Pew, 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 pew. There we go. So we updated the game. Now we got to update our title. Let me throw that in there. Well, there we go. Now, if you missed out last time, yesterday, man, we have been crushing this base. We've been destroying this base big time. We took out all of the power because we no longer need it. And we learned a way of optimizing this in such an amazing, amazing way. And what we're going to do, I think, this time is do a little bit of the bring it all into the center and use those base resources to make the thing a lot more beautiful than running this all over the place, right? We're going to run the supplies toward our hub in the center. So we're going to build out here and then make it work toward the center, right? And that's kind of what we're doing, right? We're sending stuff from way over here and we're sending it toward the center, which is my hub. We got stuff that's way out right there and we're running it toward the hub, right? We're kind of running everything toward it so we can collect the materials there. But we're at a stage now, we're almost to the highest stage where we need to be running computers in there. We need to be running the very high metal frames. But we've discovered ways of making this even easier to run. And we're also going to be doubling up, and doubling up again on our production of all of our stuff. Like right now, we got to where we could do oh, look at that, it actually worked that time. We got to where we could do 480 conveyors, which is pretty nice. And we went in and we brought in our coal, which you can see is backlog right now. Brought in our coal now going at 480 into this box over here. And I can tell you this box is probably very, very full. And then this box is probably very full, and so on and so forth. A lot of this is very, very full. What we want to do is we want to utilize all these resources and kind of centralize them and then run all this in here. So what we're going to do today is literally take all of this down. It's all got to go bye-bye. So that's what we're going to do. So get prepared, everybody. It's all going offline. You're like, well, Kismet, what about your computers over there and all that stuff over there? Well, that stuff we'll come to later. And we're going to start doing a centralized playthrough. Now, what we did here is a decentralized, where we went and we were working our way up the tiers. And as we were working up our tiers, we were basically working up the tiers. As we were working our way up in the game, we were doing it wherever the ore node was, right? We're building it there and then sending the resource over here, the final resource, whatever it was, right? Or we go pick it up and we bring it back. We can make trains and send the trains out to get those resources. But right now, what we want to do is transition from those kind of lower level conveyors and lower level things that we were using before and try to work on the density of our stuff here. Now let's go in here and see what we got in here. Nothing in there. All right, we take this out. So we're literally just going to start over on all of this. And that's okay, because now we can run stuff at a higher speed. We can boost a lot of this stuff and whatnot, so we can do that. Also, we can use alternate plans, right? Like we have the alternate screw plans. So instead of using the base stuff to create screws, to create bars first, then screws, what we're going to do is we're going to, instead of doing that, we're going to use that raw ore to create steel, which will then create more screws at a much higher rate, so less resources that we're going to need to get that going. I feel like we're filling up here. Also, I feel like what we're going to do is go over here and try to just keep dropping the loot over here, dropping the loot, because this is going to be a lot of resources that we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and just line all this up over here so we can just temper, because when you take this down, the cool thing is you get all these resources back. So it's not like you got to start over from scratch. I mean, a lot of resources. I'm talking a lot. I'm talking a bunch. I'm talking more than a few. Like more than that whole thing I just did right there. So we're just going to go ahead and store all this stuff like that. And continue to just tear down all this hard work that I did. And that's okay, everybody. That's okay. We'll tear it down and we'll rebuild it. Now, sometimes it's even more fun to go in and rethink everything that you've done. Because up to this point, we've been working in the lower tiers, right? The lower tiers, and we've been working in the kind of basic way of doing it, where you're splitting and splitting again and splitting again to try to organize everything But now what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of work with raw resources, run those raw resources to where we need them to be, and then from there we're going to kind of optimize the way each and every one of our things work, because we did learn a great optimization technique where we just run it down a single belt, it splits into whatever we need it to split to, and so on. And again, we'll take all up. Look at that. See, we're already getting full. Already getting full. Now, I'd love if there was a sorter in this game, right? Where you could just say, hey, throw everything in this box and then sort it into the other boxes for you. Hopefully they add that, or if they did add it, they might have added it already. You never know. You never know, because I haven't found it yet. Maybe it's in a future upgrade. We'll see. It's amazing how quiet it gets, too, when you're doing this. All of a sudden it gets real quiet because the machinery is not running. It's kind of like when you have a computer, right? Like, I've been around computers forever. And computer hard drives have been very loud in the past, depending on what size hard drive you have and all of that. SSDs obviously run very, very quiet. But you get used to that whirling noise, the noise of whatever it is. And then when it's off, it feels extra quiet, right? And that's the way my machines are right here. Like, you hear fans and all that kind of stuff of your machine. And then when it's off, it's like, oh, man, I didn't even realize those fans were on, and it was bringing up the decibel level. Me too. The jar of dirt part was all Johnny Depp, not in the script. Yeah, I saw that. That he just went along and did that, and everyone was like, what the heck is he doing? I don't get it. But that's one of my favorite parts of that movie, too. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. I'm sure everybody else is like, he's going totally off script. What the heck? They're just standing around looking at him going, what? What is he doing? But see, in those moments, that tells you a really great actor, right? When somebody's doing something spontaneous, do they break or do they stay in character, right? And I saw that. I saw that behind the scenes for that. And all of them stayed in character while he was doing that, right? You want to let genius happen. You know, not everybody can do that, though. Not everybody can, bring those moments that that make it better as opposed to, making it worse. And that's the genius of good acting, I guess. All right, let's not take our thing out. Look at all this. Look at all this work. We're just going to be doing this for a while. A lot of resources we're getting back, though. And then we got to burn all these resources, too, because this is a crazy ton of resources. Crazy ton of resources that we're going to have to first find a home for. And then second, micromanage later on. Look how high up we were going there. Cool. Really running that out of there. Now, I kind of feel like, what I should have done? Is that I should have ran it in the top and then ran it down. Ran it down, down, down. Because then all of the resources, if this is starting to get low, the resources will be flipped. So if it's low on the top, and then on the bottom is where most of the resources are. I feel like in the long run, that'd probably be a better plan for that. Now, another fun thing that we get to do here is we don't have to wait around for the resources. We already got the resources, right? We're going to have crazy tons of resources after this. Big time. And we'll work on just one little section at a time. Uh-oh, there we go. Second I start seeing those boxes, that's telling me that I need more. Put some more over here. I need to be consolidating that all in there. Now, again, we're going to need to consolidate that all together, put it in its appropriate boxes and whatnot, and grab it when we need it. Wow, there's a lot of that in there. A lot of that. So, a lot of consolidation, a lot of just dropping her in there, worry about it later kind of deal. Boom, I bet that's a lot of motors I just got. I got 1,000 motors. Nice. I don't think we have anything in that one. Oh, did it go away? No, I didn't hold it long enough. Let go of it right at the last second. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome, man. This is going to be so much more efficient. Insanely more efficient. And again, we're working on the mega base, right? So we took our time in the lower tiers. We're just kind of experimenting around, learning what we wanted to do, running stuff from here to there. But the more you run this stuff around from place to place, of course, the longer it has to travel. And the more of these things you have to run everywhere. And then you got to run this all the way over there, and that one's got to run all the way over to there, and so on. But if you centralize all of your resources, you should be good. And maybe we should go out from the middle. Maybe we should centralize all the resources to go here, and then it goes back out again for the higher level stuff, right? Like this whole side, lower level stuff, feeds into here, and then the other side is all the higher level stuff. Or you can go up like I did last time, and start putting a lot of stuff vertically, which is also fun. Right now, we're just working on kind of a horizontal build, where you guys can see what I'm doing. What happens sometimes, I find, especially in these kind of building games, is the player knows, I know what I'm doing, but you can't see it because it's like, you know, obscured. I put walls up. I put it inside a box that you can't see what's going on in there. And if I were to go in there and try to show you, it's so dense in there that you don't know, unless you were watching it being built, you have no idea what's making that all work. And that's why I always keep that in mind whenever I'm streaming, is the people who are watching. Always. Well, you guys watching what I'm doing and so on. You can kind of follow what I'm doing along the way. Because those are the people I like to watch, right? That are people who are doing stuff that are like, okay, now I'm going to do this, now I'm going to do that. I really enjoy that a lot. A lot. All right. More stuff over here. Feel like we're getting real full. Oh, yeah. Look at all this loots. Look at all these loots. Feel like we want to grab a little bit of this out of here. And we're definitely going to run out of more. Now, again, we're going to need a lot of this. You're like, Kismet, why don't you just make some of those big things to hold it? I find that takes longer. I feel like you just want to dump it all in there. We'll sort it all later. And then we'll rebuild this like a boss later on. And then we'll rebuild to what we need, right? Not to what we had before at the very beginning, or what we needed at the beginning, but what we need now. Look at that. Wow. And see, we've also got all these resources spread all over the place. We want to consolidate them all together and optimize our whole setup. It's going to be awesome. Bada bing, bada boom. Taking out all power. And take this out. Let's pick this up. Like this is going to be full also. Oh, yeah. Take all that out of there. If it can't take the whole thing, then it just drops all of it on the ground. And again, if you're like, oh, Kismet, you're losing out on all these resources now. You're deconstructing all this stuff. No, this game gives you the freedom to make mistakes. That's what's so great about it. Gives you the freedom to take your whole base down, like I'm doing right now. And you're like, Kismet, wait a minute. Why are you taking your whole base down? Because we could do it better the next time. Now, I'm not going to start all over again. I think we've kind of conquered the beginning, conquered the start, and we know how to conquer it even more, because now we know where the pure nodes are. So we could literally just go straight to the pure nodes if we wanted to at the beginning. But I think we already conquered the beginning here. We're going to continue to go and unlock the next tier by optimizing everything that we got. And we're going to be producing an insane amount of resources, just an incredible amount of resources after we do this. After we revamp everything and optimize it, we're going to take it to a whole next level, which is going to be pretty fun. Very fun. I feel like I'm going to take all this out, too. Take that out. The base resources out. Try not to get any plates here. And I love when I'm redoing something, like if I'm building something like in Fallout 4, or if I'm building something anywhere, the thing I like to do is just take it back down to base, right? Take it down to where you started, and then you can, optimize the steps. Optimize all the steps to what you need. And right now, we're going to be optimizing all of these resources coming into us from everywhere. So again, I feel early on that it's probably not the best idea to run it from way over there to your base, though not that hard to do. But to run it from, 2,000 or 3,000 away and try to do it in a very high-speed belt feels like a massive use of resources that you don't really need at that point, because your belts are just not fast enough, right? Your belts are pretty slow early game. But when you start getting to where I'm at, where you hit that kind of ceiling, where it's slowing you down because you're trying to, you know, make those heavy frames, your focus changes, right? Your focus changes from, oh, wait, I need to make these basic resources to, okay, I need to make these high-end resources. And that's about the perfect time to just take this out. And that is why I'm taking it out. Kind of epic. Just doing simple stuff in this game. Big old epic stuff happens. Big old beast flying overhead. Man, look at us going vertical this time. Very, very cool. Alright, all of this out of here. Oh, I'll take out storage container. Take out all this infrastructure and splitting and all of this stuff we figured out. Absolutely optimize all this stuff way better. Way, way better. Way more better. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Nuke Face, appreciate that. Catch up on chat. Oh, checking those points. 13,000. Look at you go. Getting them Kiz caps. Gonna try to win that sweet loot. Now, the best thing to do is just lurk in my channel, everybody. Just sitting here and lurk. Because you're going to get yourself some Kiz caps. And you're like, well, Kismet, what are Kiz caps, right? Well, of course, I'm probably most known for Fallout or survival or building games. But they call me the Wasteland Tycoon, a.k.a. the Gaming Tycoon. Because I go in, I learn those deep mechanics. I pass them on to you guys. We have lots of fun in here. We go on an adventure together every single night right now because I'm streaming for my mods. That's right. Every donation that you donate to the stream, I go give it toward their getting a TwitchCon. Every single one. I am not included in that bar, by the way. I'll find some way next year of paying for it. I don't know. I don't know. That's a next year problem. I'll just put it on the credit card and pray we can pay it off next year. That's right now. You got to stay focused on one thing at a time, and that's doing kind things for other people. That's what I like to do here in the stream. I like to be positive. I like to give you guys a little bit of boost in your day, a little bit of joy, so you can come in, relax, take it easy, and we're gonna rebuild this entire base. We're gonna rebuild the whole thing. And I feel like right about now is the perfect time to do that. It's the perfect time to take all of your stuff and just rebuild it and just tear it all down. Because it's no longer efficient, right? Because you've been just kind of, making stuff so you can get up that next tier and up that next tier and that next tier. Well, now what we're going to do is we're going to really optimize all of these things so all of this stuff is running in a row. And we're going to use the overflow technique instead of the exact splitting technique. Exact splitting is where, say it's coming out and you got an impure node, right? And it's coming out. The impure node is going to come out around 30 or 60, depending on whether you boost it or not. Well, need to come out at 30 or 60, depending on whether you boost it, depending on what thing you're running it into. Like if you're running into a forge, it needs to go into that forge at 30. So exact splitting would be, okay, it's coming out at 120, and then I run it into a splitter. And then that splitter gets split into two more splitters, right? So 120 splits into 60-60, and boom, and then it splits into 30-30, right? That's exact splitting. That's the way we've been doing it all the way up to now. But the other way we've been doing it, way off 3,000 in that direction, for the computers, we've been doing what I call the overflow technique, where you just run it in a straight line, you split it all, make sure that it is at the speed that will fill all of them eventually, and it fills the first one to 100. Then it no longer needs to fill that one because it's going to slow down that conveyor and then actually send that down the line. Then the next one fills, and the next one fills, and the next one fills, and then eventually it catches up, right, all the way down the line, where all of them are filled and all of them are running at 100%. And I feel like this time also that I'm going to put an overflow at the end, right? An overflow at the end so that when all of them stop for a second, for a split second, while it's waiting for it to finish crafting, right, that whatever that thing is, it will put that one extra one in that inbox, right? So you'll have that extra one at the inbox for you to use. And that'll be your in container. And of course, you'd want to run it toward your hub, so you don't have to go running around hunting all the stuff down. You saw, if you watched me play last time, I'd say about a 99% reduction in me running around collecting stuff. Right? That's pretty important. You don't want to have to be collecting stuff all the time either. feel like we're going to straighten all this out, too. Look at these poles everywhere. We're also going to build some driving lanes. Some ability to drive around from one end to the thing and the other end. We might put in some room for our trains so that we can put our trains in when we get to the next tier. Now, I could just quick speed myself up. Quick progress. There we go. Quick progress myself up to trains right now. I totally could. I could totally just go and do that. Oof. Bet you that left the thing. But I do love to have it do it for me. That's part of the fun, is automating everything and having it do all of that for you. I just love this, the deconstruct. The deconstruct is really exceptionally well done. Look at that big old mess we got over there. It's really well done. You don't lose any resources. You get to keep all the resources that you originally used. You just keep tearing it down. Now, I also feel like we want to explore around also for some more plans. So we might do that a bit too, but we're going to be working on this for a bit. Now, I don't know how much time we're going to have to actually rebuild, but we're going to go ahead and work on taking it down and then maybe rebuild again tonight. I stream every single night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're welcome to come in, hang out. We play lots of Fallout. We were just nuking the heck out of stuff earlier. Checking in on those game mechanics. And then, of course, play some Satisfactory or whatever building game I feel like. Currently, we're having lots of fun in Satisfactory. Feel like we want to get a full playthrough going on. And then when they come out with servers for Fallout and for Satisfactory, I'm going to hook us up with a mega server. Big, giant server where we can all go in and play together and build stuff that'll be 10,000 times bigger than anything I could build alone. It'll be insane. It'll be awesome. People will just jump in. We'll all go and build stuff in different spots, run it all to a central hub, and go from there. You're welcome to join us when I get that going. If you press that follow button right up there, that's why I get those servers. I get it from my community here, from my awesome peeps at Nitrado. And again, if you're looking for a server, go over there and show them some love. Right? Go show them some love. Drop my name. Get 10% off. Hey, I try to hook you guys up. What can I say? I try to hook you up. Bam. I'm like, bam. I'm listening while I'm enjoying RimWorld. Awesome. For me, it's always in the morning since I'm living in Germany. There you go. There you go. Is it beautiful in Germany right now? Or is it cold? Is it hot? How is it there? Many peeps come in my channel from Germany. I appreciate you coming in from all over the world. Lots of Aussies as well coming in, chilling out. We got some Canadians, people from South America, all over. And of course, all the Finnish coming in, checking out those Kismet candy bars. That's right. Boom. I got a candy bar with my name on it. Check it out. And you're like, did they make that for you, Kismet? Nah, it's been out for 40 years or so. They've actually made the Kismet candy bar all this time. Didn't know. One of my community members came in and says, Kismet, did you know there's a candy bar called the Kismet candy bar here in Finland? I'm like, no way. So I went and checked it out. They weren't lying. They definitely do have them in there. So I contacted them. I said, hey, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. And I was wondering if, you want to donate some candy bars so I can give them out at TwitchCon. Because I love to do kind things for other people. And they said, sure, we'll send you some. So they sent me 1,000. I know. How cool is that, bro? How cool is that? I mean, go show them some love. I mean, if you like anything chocolatey, if you're a chocoholic like me, go check it out over there. They're like the Willy Wonkas of chocolate peeps. They got all the best chocolate, man. Really, really good. And I've tried all the Kismet candy bars before, which is super cool. And they've sponsored the channel for several years now. This year, they sent me another 1,000. And I bought some others as well to give out as at TwitchCon to all of you. So make sure to find me and my mods at TwitchCon to get that epic loot. TwitchCon is 44 days away, roughly. So we got to get that bar unlocked there so we get the mods at TwitchCon. Know that all donations right there is going to them. We got their tickets unlocked. We got their airfare unlocked. We got to get that hotel unlocked. Otherwise, I guess they're sleeping on a park bench. They can get there, but they need a place to stay. That's for sure. That is for sure, Z's. Let's see if we can get that unlocked, hopefully, within the next month or so. Now, again, if you want to get a t-shirt signed by peeps at TwitchCon, including me and my mods, we'll actually take a Kismet t-shirt around. Oops. Oopsie. We'll take a t-shirt around and we will sign it for you. That's right. We'll get whoever you want. No guarantee, though, because you never know. They might not be there. But we'll run around and actually find other streamers on your behalf and ask them if they'd be so kind to sign your shirt. So we'll be your ambassadors at TwitchCon. My mods crushed it last year. I mean, we did amazing. The whole entire Bethesda team went and signed it. We got Lady Devons on there as well. Other people, you know, streamer pals that I know and other peeps around there as well. So if you got a big name streamer, you're like, oh man, I wish I could go, but I can't go. And I'd like to get that signature. Now's your chance. Now's your chance to get it unlocked. Get all these boxes everywhere. No. Bad boxes. Getting thinned out over here. Getting thinned out. So if you want to do that, know that if you do donate $150 or more toward that, my mods will run around and get that done. You want to know more about all of that, it is right down below the stream. Also, you want to know my stream schedule down there. You want to know more about me or more about all of the sponsors and whatnot here in the stream. Also, right down there. Again, drop that Kismet name, get that Kismet discount. So that's what I do. I hook you guys up with the discounts. Again, I appreciate all my sponsors who do come in and say, sure, Kismet, we're cool with that. We're cool with giving your peeps a discount just by dropping your names. It's the only good time to name drop, right? Is when you're like, oh, hey, you know, I'm with Kismet. And you're like, okay, boom, discount for you. That's something cool that I get to do here in the stream. And I put every dime right back into the stream again. These loot drops cost me a fortune. Doing all this stuff, traveling and doing all that, costs a lot. But you know what? I'm at the stage where I'm like, oh well. Oh well. Put it all back in there, do kind things until my very last days. That's what I plan to do. So that's what I like to do here in the stream. It's my favorite thing to do. Is hooking you guys up. Hooking you guys up with cool products. Hooking you guys up with fun things to do. Big time. Big time, a Rooney. Press some buttons over here. Press some buttons. All right. Oh, we're running out of space. You know, Kismet, it's not sorted. We'll sort it all out later. I mean, this is too much stuff to just sit here and sort now. You want to consolidate it a bit first, and then into one spot, and then sort it all out later. That's a lot of stuff to sort right there. We'll get to it. Holy jeez! Oh my god.
Bad.
Scared the heck out of me, bro. That timing was... Come on, give us some love. Give Drake, Dexter from Love for that epic timing. You got me good, bro. Did you see me jump out of my chair? Holy mackerel. I was totally in the zone. So come on, everybody. I want to see some love in the chat for that exceptionally well-timed donation. With the elite donation there, Drake is like, lol, totally got Kismet. I'm so easy to jump scare. I am so bad. So thank you so much on behalf of my mods for that elite donation to get them one step closer there. Look at that. We're so close to 80%. Let's get it going, everybody. Let's get it going. Get on that donation train. Let's do it. Should we create a nickname for this fruit you keep holding? Almost seems fitting. This fruit? Is it? You sure it's not a crystal ball? I see your future. It involves a lot of deconstructing. Like me deconstructing all of this stuff. There you go. I don't know. I don't know why I do that. That's just my little idiosyncrasy, or however you say it. Oh, man. Oh, so much fun in this stream. So much fun. I am wide awake now, bro. I was like, whoa. That was a good one. See, and I could take a joke, too. You know, in life, you got to be able to take a joke, everybody. You know, when that kind of stuff happens, I can take it. I can take it. It's just when the jokes are mean. Then it's not a joke. It's bullying or being a jerk. That I don't like. the funny stuff like that I like, right? Or, you know, the knocking one's really funny as well. I added this really cool extension to the stream where you can drop bits on the stream and play sounds at the same time. Absolutely love it. It's pretty cool. Actually, it's down below the stream now. But it is super, super fun. So, you know, if you want to drop the one where it's knocking, it's like, right? The knocking thing? That was me doing it manually. I mean, it's so got me. Someone came in the stream and dropped that link in my chat early on in my streaming adventure. And I totally fell for it. I was like, oh, whoa, someone's knocking on my window. What the heck? I'm on the second floor. How are they doing that? Right? It's like someone put a ladder and was knocking on my windows right outside here. Because I don't have a door that directly comes in my office. It's way down the hallway. So I, you know, for it to sound like somebody was right here knocking on the window, that's what it sounded like to me, is pretty freaky. Pretty freaky deaky. That one freaks me out. I know, right? It is so well done. But man, I can take a joke. You know, if it's a harmless, you know, thing like that, you know, come on now. You gotta lighten up a little, you know, lighten up a little. It's funny. Right? But if people are like putting you down or being a jerk or bullying you or doing things that are like really mean, then it becomes instantly unfunny. Right? Instantly unfunny. They think it's funny. When it's only funny for one person, right? When it's only funny for maybe one person or a couple people, but the other people have to suffer, that's when it's a fail. That's when it's a joke fail. Big time. Now, when you hurt other people's feelings, then you've taken it too far. Taking it too far up in here. Sorry, getting focused there. See me get into the zone? See, this is the way I play when I'm not playing on stream. I'm just literally like that. I sometimes don't say a word for hours. Yeah. I don't play too many games off stream anymore. People get mad at me if I do. Like, Kismet, why did you play that on stream, bro? I wanted to see you play that. I was like, oh, sorry, my bad. Right? Yeah, I don't play too many. I play probably Fallout Shelter. The most. I still check in on my guys from time to time. Assassin's Creed Rebellion. Really super fun game. They added a whole bunch of stuff to that. And then occasionally some, you know, Elder Scrolls. You know, Elder Scrolls Blade. I'll pop in there, you know, fool around a little bit. Whenever I'm kind of going from place to place or hanging out with my daughters or whatnot. Waiting for them to, you know, shop for shoes or whatever it is they're doing. Right? Perfect time to pull out your phone. When you're sitting in the man chair, I call it the man chair, right? When you're in a clothing store or a shoe store, there's always that like couch or chair. You sit there and you got the other guy right here, and he's sitting there and he's just like bored out of his mind, and you're there playing some, you're there playing some games, and then he's like looking over and watching you play some games. He's like thinking, I should have done that, right? Oh man, I'm old school. I've watched my wife shop for endless hours. I've told you. She's still got some stuff I bought her 40 years ago she hasn't opened. Or 20 years ago. 25 years, 30 years ago. Man, my time span is messed up today. Yeah, about 25 years ago. You get the idea. You get the ideas. See, the problem is the older you get, you don't know how long ago some stuff was. Like, the thing you want to remember, your wife's birthday or your significant other's birthday and your anniversary. All right? And then also, the first time you met is probably a good idea as well. First time you met, when you first went out, all of those things, that keeps you in the good graces. Those are the only things I care about. Like, I don't remember anybody's name. I don't remember my kid's birthday and stuff like that. But those two things I got down. My wife's birthday and our anniversary. Got it down. Of course, the first time we went out together as well. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, a long time ago. Manned up and asked her out and been together ever since. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. 26 years later. That I remember. How many years we've been together, too. Right? You put the important things in there. Try to get rid of all the other stuff that's useless. Like all the people telling you how things are impossible. They can't be done. I crush all of those goals. Hey kids, oh man, you shouldn't do streaming. You're never gonna be a partner streamer. There's no way they're ever gonna partner you. Purple check mark right up there, bro. I'm relentless. I never give up. I don't listen to the naysayers. It's impossible for them because they're right. When you say it's impossible, you're right every time. But if you believe it's possible, then you could be right. You never know. I mean, my chance of becoming a partner streamer on Twitch, 1%, 5% maybe, if I'm really lucky. But easily 1%. 1% chance. But that's still a chance. And I crush those odds. I crush those odds big time. I'm not no young kid or cute young girl or cute young boy. I am an older man who loves playing games and is very passionate about what I do. And I don't, cause drama. I don't get on the drama train, which sometimes people do here on Twitch. That's their choice. That's what they want to do. I ain't their papa. They go do whatever they want. I'm not in charge of that. I'm not in charge of what other people are doing. I'm only in charge of what I'm doing. Right? If they're making mistakes and bad choices and doing all that, that's on them, bro. That's not me. I'm not off doing that. I'm not much into drama or any of that stuff. I got 3 daughters already. I got enough drama all day long. Those parents out there who know, who's had any children, especially girls, there is drama all the time. She took the thing, she did the thing, she's sitting in my spot, she looked at me wrong, she did the thing and the thing and the thing. You want some drama, have some girls. Now, if you want to have all your stuff broken, which I didn't know, also girls will break some of your stuff, but boys for sure going to be breaking all of your stuff. Me and my brother were train wrecks, man. We would get in a battle or whatnot, because he'd be a jerk, and then I'd say, hey, you're a jerk, and then he'd say, oh, I'm not a jerk, and then you get into a battle, right? And then we're breaking stained glass windows, and all of our parents' glass doors and all of that stuff, and whatnot in the house. Whatever my parents didn't have nailed down, we'd be battle throwing stuff and all of that. That's what happens when you're young, right? When you're a boy, you're always in a battle. Always in a battle for survival, it feels like, where I grew up. In some dangerous places. Some dangerous places with dangerous people. You gotta watch out which street you go down, right? You live in L.A., you watch out. Watch them streets. I don't care where you live. Watch them streets. Right? People, they kill you. They kill you without one word. You come down their street, you dead. That's it. I've been down a few of those streets that are really scary. And that's their turf, man. You gotta show them that respect. You don't go in someone's area, especially a place like that, without showing them that respect. One of the things I love to watch is Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 5 RP. And there's a guy in there, Gomer, by Tin Mac, right? Who I actually met at TwitchCon, who I had no idea who he was. Zero idea. One of my mods like, oh, you should take a picture with Tin Mac. And I'm like, never heard of him. You can't hear of everybody on Twitch. I mean, there's literally millions of streamers on Twitch. That's not an exaggeration. Literally, at any given time, there's like 3 million streamers. It is a massive platform if you think about it. So I took a picture with him, and then I realized that later on, within the last 6 months or so, that he was Gomer in the No Pixel RP, and he plays a character on there. I don't think it's him in real life acts like that, but the character is one of those people that you meet that if you don't show him respect, they'll punch you in the throat without a word. Without a word, bro. You got to watch out for those people, right? Like bikers, people like that. They're super friendly, will back you up until the end of time. But if you disrespect them, they're going to punch you in the throat, or they may stab you. And you got to watch out for people like that. For people who, without a word, you trigger them, they're going to wipe you out. So I show lots of respect. Much respect to the bikers out there. Much respect to all the peeps, right? No matter where you come from, no matter what you're up to. Much respect for me. That's for sure. And again, you gotta show that respect to peeps in their home turf. Big time. Big time. I feel like that goes a long way. A long way with peeps. Is when you show them that respect. Now, some people are just straight up crazy. So watch out for those ones. Watch out for those ones. But some people just protecting, you know, their area and whatnot. And they don't like to be disrespected. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I feel like we'll leave that. Oh, we still have this over here. I forgot. We have this over here. So make sure to show that respect. That's rule number 1 for me. Show that respect. Every day, all day. Yeah, I feel like we can leave that power. We'll leave that power there. Alright, I feel like these are going to be just absolutely full of stuff. No? Well, yeah, somewhat full. Somewhat full. Oh, it's all gone. It's all gone. All that hard work gone. But wait till we build it back up again. It's going to be super fun. Super fun. There we go. Oh, you're talking about this fruit over here. It didn't even dawn on me. I thought you meant I was doing something like this. It just, that's how long my brain takes to kick in with sleep apnea. I have sleep apnea and vertigo. If you're new to my stream, by the way, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I have lots and lots of fun. But 5 years ago, really 5.5 years now, I got really, really ill with sleep apnea and vertigo. I'd stepped down from my epic job at Apple, where I work from home. My biggest commute was literally from the downstairs to my office upstairs. You got to watch for a 3-kid pileup, as opposed to a 37-car pileup when you're trying to go to work on the freeways. And I absolutely enjoyed it. I got to work with the most amazing people all over the world. Very, very awesome job. Did a lot of Black Op projects, which I can never tell anybody about, or like NDA Apple assassins will come out of nowhere and gank me. But they said I could tell you I did it. They just can't. They said I can't tell you what I did. So there you go. Even though I no longer work there, I'm a man of my word. I keep my word. That's the way it goes. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy who everybody thinks, oh man, I can't tell that guy nothing. He's gonna spill the beans. Of course, I also, since I do have sleep apnea and vertigo, you can also tell me something I'm probably going to forget anyway. I'm great at keeping secrets because I probably won't remember. That's also awesome. All right. Oh. So I did have to step down from that. Wow, look at us. Look at all the space we have now. Look, imagine all the cool stuff we can build. So I did have to step down from Apple. And I got very, very ill. So I went to 11 different doctors. It took me a year and a half. And basically my doctors told me to lay down and die. They said, there's nothing we can do. And I said, ha ha ha, screw you. That's exactly what I did. And one of my doctors, I actually have like 2 doctors that I call real doctors. The other doctors, you know what they're trying to do? Capture your billing. And they did, to the tunes of tens of thousands of dollars of my retirement and my wife's retirement that I'm glad I put away now, because I'd be dead right now. I'd be dead or stuck in the bed right now. So I figured out by going to all these doctors what my conditions are. I have an inner ear problem, which causes constant vertigo. It never goes away. It will never go away for the whole rest of my life. So what do you do when that happens? When you have, all of a sudden, you're like, hey, oh man, I thought I'd just go to the doctor and they give me some pill or something, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm all better. Right? No, not this time. Not this time. Now I got something I have to deal with for the whole rest of my life. So what do? Well, you got 2 choices, right? When they tell you that, you know, that you're going to have this most likely for the rest of your life, so you got 2 choices. You can lay down and die. I can end up in one of those medical beds where my wife takes care of me for the rest of my life, because I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. I could barely walk. I couldn't drive a car. I couldn't spend time with my kids or my wife. I couldn't basically leave the house. I was bedridden. Now, I don't know if you've ever been bedridden for a couple weeks or so, right? You get sick or whatever. Imagine that for a year and a half. That you're trapped. You can't go anywhere. After 40 years of, you know, partying at the river, sea-doing, boating, doing whatever you feel like doing, and then, of course, having a family to support and all of that as well, all of a sudden, taken away from you just like that. And I thought, you know, I'd just go to the doctor and eventually, you know, they figure out what's wrong, fix it, move on. Nope. So when my doctor told me that you're going to have to, you know, probably live with it the rest of your life, then you choose. Then you choose what you want to do, right? Lay down and die or get up and live. I chose the second one. I said, that's it. I said, I don't think so. That's not the way I go out. I'm only 45 years old. And you're like, ah, Kismet, that's old. That ain't old. Those people were 80 years old. They lived twice in my lifetime already. I mean, some of you probably 20. I've lived twice in your lifetime. But there's some people who have lived 4 times your lifetime. And instead of having 13,000 plus days they've lived, like me, they've had 40,000, 50,000 days that they've lived. And imagine all they've learned in that time, right? Hopefully a lot. I try to learn something new every single day. Multiple things sometimes every day. I do greatly love to learn. And that gives me an advantage because I just keep acquiring skills over and over and over and over and over again. Tons and tons of sweet skills. All right, I feel like this is getting real far away now. We'll start using our vehicle over here. Let's put some fuel in it first. Start driving around a little bit. There we go. Vehicles are awesome in this game. Incredibly well done. There we go. Try not to make it fall off the side. Oh boy. Got tons of resources. All right. Anything else we can tear down over here? No, we're good. Ah, just didn't make it. It was close. What if this has a... oh, it doesn't have a headlight on the vehicle. I just thought of that. I wonder if it had a headlight. So yeah. My whole existence is a joke. You're Brazilian? Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. It is what you make it, right? Again, I was disabled. I still am disabled, by the way. And they did offer me disability, but I felt like that was given up. I said, no, that's not the way I go out. I'm not going to just, you know, lay in the bed, let my wife take care of me until I die. I don't think so. I saw my dad go out that, but he was, you know, in his late 80s, right? Or I think it was mid-80s. Mid-80s, but, you know, and I saw my wife's grandmother go out that way, right? She was in her 90s, right? Yeah, man, that's a long life. That's a, you know, that's beating the odds right there. You get them 90s. Of course, everybody would like to live forever, right? They'd like to live on a long time. But I feel like you get in your 90s and your 80s and 90s, you've lived an incredibly long life, and hopefully you've lived a real rich life along the way. So I feel like that's a pretty good run when some people don't make it past 20. Some people don't make it past 30. Some people don't make it to my age either. I almost didn't make it to my age. I mean, I've been dodging the Reaper for the last, 5 years or so. So I like to throw a little inspiration out here in the stream as well from time to time. So what I did is I got up and I said, what else can I do in my life that I really, really enjoy other than graphic design, which I've worked for some of the top companies in the world as a graphic designer, made that big cheddar, that big money, and I spent that big money on them doctors. Screw those doctors. I want my money back. Most of those doctors. My 2 main doctors, those are good. But you know what? I want them to capture my billing back into my pocket. I felt like that was a giant waste of my money. A lot of them doctors. But, again, I like it when someone's straight up with you, right? The doctor said, you're going to have to live with it. So I decided to do something else, right? Start over at level 45, right? Kind of like I do in games sometimes. Start over at level 45, and I said, what, my last comment was about learning to take a joke. Oh, there you go. There you go. So I started over. I found something else I love to do. Something that got me out of the bed every day. And here I am. 5 years later. Go around, hang out with my kids. Just had some fun with them the other day. I rode on my bike, which I haven't been on in forever. When I rode 3.1 miles on that bike. I've lost 50 pounds. And because of the outpouring of love here on Twitch, see that right up there? That impossible thing that everyone told me I was never going to get? That partner check mark right up there? Yeah, that's what I thought. See, it's only impossible to those people. It's not impossible to you, not impossible to me. If you set your mind to it. You got to go for it, though. Can't wait around forever, right? Be financially smart, but you can't wait around for it to happen one day. Like for me, I can't wait around for it to happen one day. Like you're like, Kismet, you're putting all this, you're putting all the money back into the stream. You should be saving that money and keeping that money for yourself or whatnot. Nah, I'm good. Because I know what happens if you don't do something, right? If you don't go for it. The same thing that might happen when you do go for it. Nothing, right? Nothing may happen. Like last TwitchCon, right? Everyone's like, Kismet, you're spending too much money on that. You're putting too much effort into TwitchCon and whatnot, going to all these conventions and all of that stuff. I only go to the one convention. I don't know what they were Apparently, there's like another person who looks just like me at all the other conventions. I don't know. But there's like, you're putting too much time and effort into that. You spend about 6 months or about 600 hours of your time raising funds for your mods. And people contact me to try to tell me that you're doing too much, right? Nah. Because you know what came from that? An amazing time with my mods. An amazing time hanging out. And all the epic people who came in to help my mods get to TwitchCon. As well as we had a lot of fun there. And of course, Twitch put me on the homepage. 4 times. Yeah. I don't care how much money you got. That was worth it right there. That was worth it right there alone. I got to stream live from the show. Got to see all my streamer pals that I absolutely love. Amazing, fantastic people from all walks of life, right? Some of them may be gamers. Some of them may be artists. Some of them may be doing, sewing or quilting or whatever, right? These are all people I met who I probably would have never met in my life had I not become a streamer and discovered their channel by mistake, right? By just randomly rating them and whatnot. I consider them good friends now, right? Here on Twitch. I like to find good people, right? People who are really amazing at what they do. And then, turn other people onto them, right? Here on the stream. That's why I love to raid peeps and whatnot. There we go. You've been quite a journey, Kismet. Yes, I'm still on that journey. Still on that journey. Everybody has that kind of journey, too. I know you've been over those hurdles. I know you've been jumping those hurdles every day. Try to bring that money in to pay for your family, pay for yourself, try to get that food. And everybody been trying to drag you down. Maybe your boss is a jerk. Maybe your neighbor is an a-hole. You know there's those people out there trying to drag you down, right? All the negative people telling you can't be done. It's impossible. It's only impossible for them. Because I'm living proof. Disabled to partner streamer on Twitch. I don't play a character here on stream. I don't BS. I don't lie. I don't deceive people. I don't have any ulterior motives. Because I'm past that stage in life. That's for young kids. That's for people who haven't grown up yet. Who are still in that stage. You think it's all about them. That the world owes them something. The world don't owe you nothing. Believe me, you got to go and earn it. And a lot of you already know that. A lot of you is like, Kismet, I know what you're talking about, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. Because I've been out there grinding every day for every single minute of my life. And I know you have. I know a lot of you come in my channel. You got medical problems. You got issues. Maybe, you got some tough things that are going on in your life. You come in here, you relax. That's what my channel's all about. And if you're a streamer, by the way, everybody, probably my biggest suggestion, other than get a good microphone and an okay everything else, don't spend 10 grand on your stream. First, make sure you like it. Make sure you're going to be able to do it and enjoy it as it is, with making no money and doing nothing, right? It took me 2 years to be partnered here on stream. And I don't do it for the money. I could make way more money doing anything else. Anything. I have got so much experience and background. I could go do graphic design, all that stuff. And if I could do it at the level I was doing it before, I would definitely go straight back to Apple. That's exactly what I would do. But I can't do that anymore. I gotta come to terms with there's only so much I can do. And if I get tired, if I get dizzy, anything like that, where it gets to a point where it becomes overwhelming, I'm going to need to have to stop what I'm doing, right? And if you work somewhere, like if I work at Walmart or wherever, right? Your entry-level job, or even if I work at Apple, I got to be at my best, right? That's how I feel anyway. I feel like if I'm going to do something, I don't care if I'm the janitor or the CEO of a company. I want to be the best. I want to do my best work, right? I don't just go into work for a paycheck. You know those people. Put a 1 in the chat if you know those people. If you work with those people. They come into work, they're there for the paycheck. And they do the most minimum amount of work. And that's when people check out, right? That's the worst thing to see when people check out like that. Maybe you're one of those people. Maybe you're like, this job sucks, right? I'm going to do the most bare minimum because nobody here at this job cares about me. And that's what you don't want to do. You want to do the opposite of that. You want to acquire as many skills as you can from that place where you work, and then you go get a better job. And you become the boss. I've been the boss of every single place I've worked. You know why? Because I love doing it. I love doing it. And they said, you know what, Kismet? Hey, 20-year-old Kismet, here's multi-million-dollar computers. Go ahead. Yeah. Working with those big prefresh systems, right? Cytex, Chromacoms. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you are like, I never heard of that, Kismet. You know Photoshop? That's what they did. That's how they did Photoshop before. on $1 million computer. I'm not kidding either. That's $1 million. Not my $1 million, someone else's $1 million. And they said, here you go, 20-year-old kid, go for it. And I greatly appreciate that. It made my whole career. I was so far ahead of everybody else. I was like 20 years ahead of everybody else. So guess who they're coming to? They're like, hey, Kismet, what's this whole computer thing? Whole entire industry switching over to computers. They're all still doing it traditional. They come to me and say, Kismet, make it happen. And I'm like, I'm on it. They don't need to tell me twice. I'm on it. And they said, oh, boom, promotion. And they say, hey, I'm going to bring some other people in. You train them to do it. I'm on it. And then I make exceptional people and keep making that big money. That's what you do. You try to be the best at what you do. Don't go in and check out. That's the worst thing you can do for you. Now, screw that company. If they're treating you terrible, screw them. But what you want to do is for you. You want to be the best. For you, not for them. It's for you. Right? And for your family and whatnot. Now, if they're awesome peeps, well, then you can do it a little for them. All the people I've worked with were some of the best. Some of the best. And I've been... See, the great thing when you work with people who are exceptionally great at what they do is they make you better at what you do. If you've never had that in your career, if you've never gone out and worked for somewhere where you felt lucky to work there, man, I hope you do. I hope you find that job where you're like, man, this is a great job. This is what I want to do every day, right? I feel like retirement is a terrible idea. I personally do. I'm never going to retire. I might reduce how many hours I'm streaming because I'm streaming every single day right now. I might do that, but I would never retire because then I find like after people retire, a couple years after, boom, they're dead. You know why? Because there's nothing to motivate them out of the bed every day. And me, I got to have a lot of motivation because I get out of the bed, I'm dizzy every single day. I have trouble sleeping. I'm out of it most of the time, right? It takes a lot of effort. Like you'll see it here on stream. I'll be like, and then like my brain will stop working. It takes a lot of effort to keep going. It takes effort for me to go up and down stairs every time. When I never thought about it ever once in my entire life going up and down stairs. Right? It's like, you know, if you injure your leg, right? Has anybody ever injured their leg or their arm or something like that? Put a 1 in the chat. If you've ever injured it, you know what I'm talking about. Because all of a sudden, you go from doing whatever you want to now being partially disabled. You can't walk anywhere. You can't go to the places you usually go. You can't use your arm. You can't use your leg. So all of these things that you were doing that you never even thought about twice, now you can't do it. And then the second you're able to do those things again, I feel like you cherish it a lot more. You cherish that ability. By the way, I'm just running around deconstructing stuff, so we'll chat a little bit while we're doing that. I feel like you cherish that stuff a lot more. You cherish the ability to ride your bike, to go up and down stairs without having to hold the handrail. I have to hold the handrail every time, or I will start to get dizzy. Stairs are like my enemy now. They're like the worst, especially like escalators are the worst. Because you got to think that when somebody has this going on all the time, which is basically how I live my life now, being kind of, the ground's kind of doing this all the time, right? Or it feels like, you know, when you go on like a merry-go-round or one of those little things you hold on to. I spin my kids on those all the time. I cannot go on those. I will fall. I will fall down. Just a little bit of that extra dizziness will cause my dizziness to go, and then down I go. I've fallen many, many times. Many times, but that's not going to make me sit in the bed for the rest of my life. I'm going to get up. If I fall, the best thing to do is sit down right away. Sit down, and then you keep yourself from being injured. Watch out on the stairs. Hold that handrail. Very, very important. When I go to TwitchCon, you watch my mods. My mods will be wandering around behind me, watching me. They got my back. They know that I got medical conditions that make it difficult for me to get around. And, you know, I love them to death. They're always there for me. They're like, Kismet, we got you back. Don't worry. If you fall or any emergency happens, we're there for you. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. But I refuse to take disability because I felt it was, one, you know, I felt it was given up. And two, there's people out there who need it way more than me. Way more than me. So better they get it. And then I'm motivated to get out of the bed every day. And again, my wife didn't have to work for 10 years. 10 years, but doing the hard work. Not the, you know, going to work, but dealing with the kids. That's the hard work right there. I'm telling you, that's a hard work every day. 24/7. Dealing with those kids. Dealing with my 3 kids, and she did a phenomenal job. My kids are now older. They're now in the higher grades, and now they are in the honor society. They read all the time. Very respectful 99% of the time. Sometimes, they slide into that emotional state, right? Especially the ladies, they get a bit emotional, but that's okay. That's part of who they are. You got to accept that, guys. It's okay. It's okay to be a little emotional, and when you get older like me, don't be picking on the ladies for being emotional, because it hits me out of nowhere now, right? It just like comes on, and all of a sudden it's like a flush of emotion comes out of nowhere. Like, I'll start talking about this. I'm actually doing pretty good for right now. I'll start talking about this, and then I'll start getting really emotional, which I was not like that when I was young. Very the stoic, right? I got resting a-hole face. You know how they call it resting B face on the ladies? Well, I got resting a-hole face, because this is usually I'm like in thought, right? This is me thinking. And someone's like, "What's up? Why are you so upset?" Huh? Sorry, I was thinking. What were you saying? Right? I don't even know they're there. Right? Sometimes I'll be looking out the window, and people are like, "What are you looking at?" I say, "Oh, I wasn't looking at anything. I was thinking." Because I can just do this, and everything disappears, and I'm lost in my mind. I could build this base 1,000 times in my head, way more times than I could build in the game. And I could literally get lost in it, see it in 3D, watch myself build it, all at that level. If you have that kind of imagination, you rule. You rule, bro. Or ladies, whoever. Either or, and all of above. And that's my greatest ability, too, is I'm a great problem solver, because I can go into deep thought about, not deep thought from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, for those of you who know that book, but go into that thought process of, okay, what's the problem? Let's backward engineer it. Let's figure out what the problem is and how to solve it, right? That's what I do. I go into that deep problem-solving mode. And I like doing that. We're tearing all this down. I wasn't kidding. I mean, all of it. All of it got to go. Well, this is just like a teardown stream. I think I got it from my mom. Yeah, oh, I have that face. I think it's really insulting when people say that, especially to the ladies. I mean, guys are a little bit, more, a little bit more stoic in that way, where they don't show their emotions that much. Some guys are. Some guys are very emotional. But I find it exceptionally rude to do that to somebody, female or male. Is to be really rude to them. Say, "Oh, what's your problem? Why are you so upset for?" Or whatever. How do you know what mental state they're in? Right? How about you come up and say, "Hey, it's nice to see you. How you doing today?" That's a much better way to say hi to somebody than to walk up and say, "Hey, what's your problem today? Why are you upset? What do you think?" I wasn't upset until you started talking to me. Now I'm getting a little upset because you're annoying me, right? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about? Put one in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. When someone walks up and says, "Why are you so upset?" Or guys, either or. Don't you hate that when people do that? Why are you so upset? So it takes physical effort for some people, like me, to not do that. To not get lost in that thought where people do that thing, right? Do that thing where, "Hey, why are you upset? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?" I can do whatever the heck I want. If I want to be upset, I will be upset. There you go. At my age, I can do whatever. I answer to no one. That's what's great. There we go. I take breathing through my nose clearly for granted. There you go. There you go. I think I got it from my mom. I know that face is Shadow. That's how I always look, says Drake. Yeah, I mean, hey, not like people are upset. They're just lost in thought. They're doing the thing. That's just the way the face is, right? They didn't make the face. Talk to the big man, right? You want to complain about how someone looks. Not their fault. That's how they were born. That's how they grew up. That's how their face is, right? So I never do that. I consider that exceptionally rude. Also, when you're meeting someone for the first time, don't walk up and hug them, especially females. Do not do that. That is really... I mean, some people don't know that. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm sure most of you do. But, if you go to a convention, you see your favorite streamer, and you walk up there, don't hug them. I'm not a hugger myself, but I have grown used to it now. I'm not a big hugger, but when I see people I know and I really like, give them a hug. It's okay. That's fine. But that's just me. That's just me. Why are you taking all the stuff down? Because it's not awesome. Soon it will be. When we rebuild it, the whole thing. We rebuild this whole thing. Because we're at that stage right now where we just kind of really need to re-optimize this. We need to get a little bit of love. We're almost to the top stage here where we get those trains and stuff. And I feel like we want to just go ahead and re-optimize this. And what we've been doing is trying different things, right? And that's what you do when you get into a game. To learn those game mechanics, you try different stuff. And you see what you like, and you see what you don't like. Now, I'm not one of those people who goes and looks stuff up on wikis and does this, that, and the other thing, and, you know, tries to shortcut the game. I like to play the game and learn as I'm playing. I know, crazy, right? Learn to play, right? Learn to play the game, noob. I'm talking to all those people in World of Warcraft who bought those characters and then tried to do raids and didn't know how to do their skill rotations. You know who I'm talking to. That pug group that you were in. That pug group you were going, oh my God, how did I get in this group and how do I get out of it? I've been in a lot of those pug groups. And of course, when you get an epic team like me, and then you're like, you don't even need to talk about the game mechanics. You're running that like it's easy, like it's in baby mode, right? You're running the hardest content in the hardest mode like it's set to easy, right? That's how you know you got an epic team. It's not just you. It's everybody together making it awesome. And that's what I love about my team. We're going to play some WoW Classic. We're going to have some fun. Now, do I think I'm going to have 300 members in WoW again? I seriously doubt it. A lot of my members are burnt out from WoW, but I haven't played it since it was Classic. So I get to play it like it's literally brand new. I haven't played it in 12 years. We were playing it the other day, and I can tell you, I remembered some of that stuff, but most of it I have no idea. I barely knew how to work my character, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny to me, because I've literally, you know, spent years in that game with my crew. To go back in there is like really weird, but also cool because it still has a little bit of that magic, you know? It has that magic, or still has the magic it had when I played it before. At least to me it does. There we go. I work at Wendy's, so I get that every day. Yeah, I don't know what is up with that. I don't know what's up with that. Also, you want to treat people, service people who work at a Wendy's or at a McDonald's or whatnot with some decency, right? I hate when people look down at people like that. There ain't nothing wrong with working every day to supply, you know, food for your family, to provide it for yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with having those jobs. See, some people like to put other people down because of what they do. If they work at a fast food place or they work at Walmart or they're a janitor or whatever, I find that highly despicable. To treat people poorly like that. You know what? They're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. They're trying to survive. They're trying to get those dollar bills to pay their bills, right? To keep their kids fed. Right, and all of that stuff. See, that's all the stuff that you go through when you meet those people, right? You meet people from all walks of life, from all places all over the world. And you realize that all that other stuff doesn't matter. I don't care what you look like. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how tall you are or how skinny you are or how overweight you are. It makes zero difference to me. The only thing that makes any difference to me, and I really think the only thing that makes difference in life in general, is how you treat other people. If you treat them poorly, you're an a-hole. I'm sorry, you are. If you're kicking dogs and being mean to pets, you're an a-hole. I'm sorry, that's life, right? But if you treat people well, then you're capturing those moments of joy and keeping them with yourself. It's going to fill you up inside. It really is. If you're empty in there, that's because you're not collecting those moments of joy. And they're all over the place. They're all over the place. A good friend comes over and says, hey, man, you want to play some games? Let's go. That's moments of joy right there, hanging out with your friends. I have so many moments of joy in gaming. I can tell you, I can fill any stadium ever. I have had so much fun along the years. Again, I'm a very unapologetic gamer. I love gaming. I don't care who comes out and says, oh, gaming this and gaming that. Yeah, whatever. I can tell they don't know what the heck they're talking about. There you go. Anyone who works in customer service knows that face. There you go. There you go. Thank you. Finally, someone who gets it. Yeah, man. Those people are trying to survive and trying to live just like everybody else. I don't care how much money you got. I hate it when people look down on other people as well. Like, oh, this person's lesser than me. Oh, no. Boom. You just became lesser than everybody else. Second, you put somebody below you, you become the person underneath. When you get that, you get that, like, I'm better than that, right? Like I was talking about earlier. That panel, I'm telling you, I hope they don't get that guy in there. They could have got me in there. Telling my inspiring story. They could have got me in there instead. But yeah, people would say, oh, well, no, I'm better than this group of people, right? I'm better than my chat. I'm better than... Oh, my gosh. People and their mistakes when they're young, when they make bad choices. Kind of tempted to fill this whole thing in, right? We're doing a lot of just heavy lifting right now. Look at this. All that gone, everybody. A lot of fun, though. This game is super, super fun. Even just deconstructing stuff is fun. And we're going to make this insanely awesome here in a second. Or, well, maybe over several hours. We'll see. I don't know how long I'm running today. What is today? Today's Sunday. Okay. For a second there, I thought it might be Monday, and I got to go pick up my kid today. I got to pick him up all week long. My kids. But there's another thing you want to do, right? You want to spend some time with the people that matter in your life, the people who are bringing you up and not tearing you down. That's what I do. When I'm not here streaming, I'm working on the stream behind the scenes 7 days a week. Streaming 7 days a week currently to help out my mods. But usually I stream 5 days a week, and then some of those days I'm working 7 days a week, really working on the stream behind there in some way or another, right? I'm editing videos or improving the stream or, contacting people and say, guess what? You won an epic game. That all takes time and effort, all of that stuff. To do all of that cool stuff. I love doing that, though. I love sending, hey, guess what? Here's your code for your free game. Here's your, code for this, or send me your address. I'll send you some free Kismet loot, that kind of stuff. I love doing that. Last 3 weeks, most of the calls have been full of people like that. People are disrespectful. Yeah, if you work in customer service, the problem with customer service is that people aren't necessarily mad at you. They're mad at whatever company you work for, right? And they just see it as the company. They don't see it as a bunch of individual people, right? Like if you look at a company like Apple, right, or Microsoft, or Google, or whatever, it's not just this company, right? It's made of thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of people who are there working, doing what they're trying to do in their life, right? Some of them, of course, are checked out, like I talked about earlier, but most of them are there, and some of them, like me, are there because it's like their dream job. It's like something they always wanted to do, right? And then it's like having your favorite team, right? Your favorite football team, basketball team, baseball team, in my case, call your number and say, you're up. It's your turn to shine, right? That's the way I look at it when I work somewhere. That they've called my number. They said, it's your time to shine, Kismet. And I crushed it, bro. I crushed it. Senior tech. Crushed it. Making that money. Working from home. That's what I did. Because I go into everything I do all in. Go into streaming, all in, bro. All in. You can't go halfway into stuff. You can't go, 10% into this and 10% into that and 10% into that. You got to put all your passion and effort into it. Not all of your time, though. Don't put all your time into it, because you put all of your time into one thing, then all these other things are going to go down south, right? You're not paying your rent, you're not paying your water bill and your electric bill because you're so busy over here doing this thing. Well, then you've failed. That's a life fail right there. You got to find that balance, right? Just like you're balancing game mechanics in games, life's the same way. You got to balance mastering those new skills, going to that work, getting that cash, and then spending that leisure time on the people you care about. That's what I try to do. But again, you don't really have to do anything. It's your life. They're your life choices. I'm just throwing out some tidbits I might have learned along the way. A little bit of something. Problem with customer service? The customers. I'm always very respectful to people. If I call customer service, I've been on that. I've been on the calling in to get something fixed hundreds of times, and I've been on the other end of it too. Right? People calling in saying, hey, I have this problem. And I'm going to solve your problem. Let's get to it. What problem you got? Let's get it done. Right? The thing I hate is the circle. Right? Let me know if you guys know what I'm talking about. You call up your phone company, or whoever. Why is this car not going? There we go. You call up your phone company, and your phone company says it's this guy. And then you're like, call that guy, and he's like, no, it's this guy. And then that guy sends you back to your phone company. Right? I call that the circle. Where people blame all the other people, and then you're getting nothing done, and it just sucks up all your time. It's like a time-sucking circle. I hate that. I'm the circle breaker. I break that circle. I was like, you know what? Let's call him direct. I'll be on the phone with you. Let's get it fixed right now. Boom, fixed. Have a great rest of your day. All right, bye. That's what I do. I hate getting stuck in that circle, and I don't like other people to get stuck in that circle either. So there. All right, I think we did everything. We got it done, right? I think that's a GG right there. That's a GG. I'm just running around now. I'm just talking to you guys. I'm kind of tempted to take this down over here, though. I'm getting tempted. Very, very tempted. Move that up a level. Because it would be cooler that in that thing. And it wouldn't be blocking my thing over here. We got 1,000 motors in there, though. It's gotta go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm very decisive. If I feel like it's gotta go, it's gotta go. We ain't doing anything with that right now. We're not doing the highest level tier stuff yet. We'll get to it. After we build out this epic base, we're gonna have, look at these resources. Boxes and boxes and boxes of it everywhere. It's everywhere. And now we got plenty of space for that big old thing there. I feel like what I'm gonna do is just build a platform for it and put it up above. Probably way off over there. And then what I can do, of course, or actually I can build it above here. And then any resource I need, I can just pull it out of these boxes and run it up to there, right? Which is a pretty awesome way of doing it. Now, I feel like also we're going to need way more boxes here, too. Way more boxes for all of these resources. So, let's first start with the basics, right? What do we got going down here? Raw resources, right? This is a basic level node, right? An impure node. So, this one's not going to produce that much. Also, we've got another one over there that's not going to produce that much. Even at its highest level, overall, it's not going to produce that much, but we can boost it. I feel like the things you only want to boost in this game, and the only thing that's worth the boost is these. The reason why is because I can always make another one of that other thing, and it uses less power. Less power infrastructure I need. Is I can just keep doubling up and doubling up. There you go. I want to promote work, but no blast where I work because we fixed that to a degree. I don't know what that means. The circle sucks, yeah? I hate the script personally. I write back. I was calling it so often. Used to have to fast track them, the script, and so we could work off script. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. When you get better at it, then it comes as a natural flow. Me, I relate to people. The thing I probably learned most at Apple is the fact that even though I had this 40-year history with computers, right? I started off when computers started, way back in the 70s, right? The original Apple II, the Mac, the Windows XP machine, the Windows 3, right? The Windows 1, way back in the day, right? Supercomputers, mainframes, I've used them all. Servers, pre-press equipment, printing and publishing, all of that stuff. I've been very incredibly lucky in my career that I started 10, 20 years before I was even in my 20s, right? I started when I was a kid, around that stuff. And at that time, nobody had a computer. Nobody. Nobody knew what it was. I'd go to school, and I'd print something out on my little dot makeshift printer, and they go, how'd you get this? Did you get this from a book? And I said, no, I did it on my computer. And they go, computer, what's that? Now, that may be stunning to you guys now, but that's the way it was then. Nobody knew what it was. I was so far ahead. And then I fell in love with design, and I started learning design and 3D architecture and drafting and all of that stuff, which gave me a huge advantage. So when I was ready to go into the workforce, boom, I just searched out my favorite job, boom, and locked it in. Because I was so passionate about it, I loved to do it. And I always remember the first test that I got, right? There was a whole bunch of people who were also going up for that same job, right? And I'm a 20-year-old kid, right? Still in college, doing my thing, studying graphic design. I'm just going to drive around in circles here until I finish the story. I'll get out. Get out. So I went in for that job, and I saw some other people, and they were fumbling around. You know, they give them a little test and make an ad and do that kind of stuff on the computer. And they're fumbling around in there. You know, some of them couldn't do it. Some of them could, but not very well. And then they said, okay, it's your turn. go in here and make this work. Without any they don't tell you how to make it work. They don't tell you how to do a thing. And I'm like, oh, this is easy. I've been using this since I was a kid. Go in there, scan it in, put it in there, put the photos in there, put it out. I did it like in 5-10 minutes. He's like, you're the fastest one I've ever seen do that. How did you do that? And I said, I've been doing it my whole life. This is second nature to me. This is easy. You got something harder? And he's like, let's talk. That's where you want to be. You want to be that guy. You want to be that guy who just blows it away in the interview. You say, no, I'm the one you're looking for. I'm the one. Right? Don't sit there and relax and put your feet up and do all of that ridiculous stuff. I see people doing that. They're out of there. No thanks. If people come in and they're an a-hole, I don't care if they're the best at what they do. I don't care if they're the best gamer. I don't care if they're the best at whatever it is they do, the best graphic designer, whatever. If you're an a-hole, you're instantly disqualified, in my case. Or you have like a chip on your shoulder, or you, I don't have any concrete. I gotta go back and get some. I could be filling this out while I'm talking. Or any of that stuff, right? Because it causes instability in the team that you might be working with. I don't need anybody causing instability in my crew, right? Just like in my guild. If you're an a-hole, you're gone. If you disrespect the ladies in my guild, you're gone. There's no screwing around, everybody. Don't screw around with people like that. They got to go. And hopefully, at some point in their life, they're going to be able to overcome that and be better at what they do. And not disrespect other people at work. And not disrespect the ladies at work, right? Or the ladies online or in my guild or wherever. Man, I take that very serious. If you're an a-hole, you gone. I'm at the age I don't need to mess around. You come in, you're an a-hole in my chat, you're gone. Like that. I don't give second chances anymore. Those are your choices. You live with them. That's it. It's like I got to live with my choices, right? My choices are good. I'm a great choice maker. Going and streaming on Twitch, great choice. Doing kind things for other people, great choice. Spending time with my wife and family, great choice, right? And that's what you also want to distill in your kids. And of course, be around people who do the same thing, right? We're great choice makers. But everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has issues along the way. Nobody is perfect. Don't expect yourself to ever be perfect, because there are no perfect people, no matter how many times other people try to convince you, right? I am certainly not perfect, right? People are like, Kismet, don't cuss on your stream or whatever. Oh, you're so wholesome and so perfect. Nah, I used to cuss like a sailor, bro. It's just I don't do it anymore. I don't do it anymore because it makes people uncomfortable, right? If I'm hanging around people and, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't care, right? But I like the people I'm hanging around with. And if I'm making them uncomfortable, right, and you're like, well, Kismet, I should be able to do whatever I want. Oh, absolutely. But it comes with consequences, right? Those people won't want to be around you. They don't want to be around you. They don't want to be around that all day. And F this and F that, and everywhere you go, and everyone's looking at you, and you're making a big old scene and whatnot. You have choices. You can choice and live with those consequences all day, every day. Go for it. You want to just be you. I would rather be me, but also be kind to my friends and whatnot and hang out with them. They never told me to stop doing it. I just realized that it was doing it, right? That was making them uncomfortable, right? Especially you're walking around, you're, shooting a breeze, whatever. It just makes people uncomfortable. So, I mean, hey, I'm not telling you what to do. Do whatever you want. That's your life. They're your life choices, and they're your life consequences. Right? And I always love it when people, these are the people that you don't want to work with, who always have a reason for failure, who always have a reason why, this is why I was late, and this is why I was this, and this is why this happened, and that. They always have some sort of reason, right? And everybody else knows that reason is totally BS, except for that person who actually believes it, who believes their own thing, because they feel like the whole world's out to get them. Well, it's true. The whole world doesn't owe you nothing. It's not their place to make it easier on you. Nobody has it easy, and there's billions of people on this planet. Nobody does. Nobody has it easy. Somebody had to give up something to make it happen, right? Somebody along the way had to give up their time or effort or whatever to make that money, and probably give up a lot of their relationships too along the way. along the way. But hey, that's just my thoughts. You know, sometimes when I'm doing random easy stuff like this, where I'm organizing resources right now, I will, you know, chat it up a bit. Kind of a lot of fun to chat up with the chat. Now, again, you may be like, Kismet, you're totally wrong. I believe the totally opposite. And that's cool. It's your choice, your life. Go for it. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to hang out and have some fun, chat with the peeps. And also, deconstruct a lot of stuff. This takes a while, doesn't it? Right now, I'm looking for bars. Looking for the bars. Trying to consolidate it. I'm not running around going, what's in this box? And what's in that box? And what's in this box? Oh, there's some right there. Hold down control. Get that in there. Sort that. Take that back out. Whoop, there we go. Just looking for bars. What you want to do, because there's only an infinite, there's only so many items in this game. So you start with one and you just work your way across. Boom. There we go. Consolidated. All right, now we'll do plates. And then control grab. All right, control grab, even though I see there's only one of them in there. Yeah, oh, come on, you. There we go. Now I can just, oh, I forgot a little bit of something there. This one, plates. This is the very non-sexy part of this game. Is the resource management. But still fun. I mean, I love this part. I love this part where now you have all this potential of what you could build, right? All this stuff, all of these resources now you have back. You didn't lose any resources, right? A lot of games, what will happen is they'll, if you screw up, well, you got to tear that down, go get some more resources, or hopefully you have some more resources, and then rebuild it again with those new resources, right? A lot of games are like that, and I love the fact you don't have to do that in this game. It gives you the freedom to fail, to make mistakes, just like in life. You should give yourself the freedom to fail and make mistakes. I absolutely do. When people come in and go, Kismet, you made a mistake. Yep, my bad. I made a mistake. That's okay. We'll fix it. We'll move on. All right, see the difference? Then when someone says, oh, well, no, it wasn't me. It was because of this thing and the other thing and because of traffic and because of that and the other thing. Right? They got an excuse for everything. It's never their fault. It's always an excuse for everything. Put a 1 if you know people like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you know people that give you an excuse for even the tiniest, dumbest thing. Like, you know, hey, where's my thing I loaned you, right? Where's that tool I loaned you the other day? Oh man, well the reason why I didn't bring it back was this, and the other thing, right? Instead of just going, oh, I'll go get it for you. Hold on, right? They gotta give you a whole story of why they didn't bring it back to you and all of that. That's when you know you're in trouble. You're like, oh God, here we go. Somebody's an excuse maker. And if you haven't caught on to that yet, you want to catch on to that quick. Because there's nothing worse than an excuse maker. You're just like, okay. All right, well, nice talking to you. Gotta go. Gotta go. Later. All right, again. This is gonna take a minute. Consolidate all this stuff. I don't know why I took that box out. I could have left it in there. Take this out. Take that out. So this is how I play games when I'm not playing it on stream. I go really fast. Really, really fast. I just try to consolidate everything. Onto me now. There we go. I'll throw another box here at the end. Throw all that in there. Just restore those. There we go. Use this for concrete over here. I'm sure we got tons of concrete in here. What do we got over here? We got... See, now you know where it is, so you can just go and grab it. Again, I can make those big boxes again. But I like to take stuff out, put it back in, take it back out. Helps me centralize everything. That's out. This is out. You gotta do this. Take this one out, put that one in, because otherwise this will drop in there. So put that back in there, put this back in here, and then we can start doing this. Store all. Store all. just take this. Speed this up a little bit. Nothing in there. Nothing. There we go. Super fast inventory management. If you have any comment or question, feel free to throw them in the chat. I actually read them out of the chat. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? That's when I'm paying attention, though. All right, we got some iron ingots there. I think we actually maybe want to put our raw in first. Hold on, let's put our raw ingots in there. Let's say our raw stuff in here. Then we'll put our ingots here. There we go. We got some more coal back here. We can drop that. All right. I feel like we want to keep going on our main materials up here. Let's say this here. Right there. Okay, this is going to be that. Sort that. All right. That's that. This here. Not there. That'll generally get us started. All right. Now we're going to go raw ore because I'm sure we have a ton of that laying around. Store all. Actually, let's... That one there. That there. That there. Now this we're going to start taking out as we eliminate it all. Boy. Feel like we're going to need more of this. Where did that one? Oh, over here. There it is. Definitely going to need more of that in the long run. This is Kismet at high speed. Again, if you have any question about what I'm doing, feel free to ask in the chat. But pretty much just reorganizing all this. If we leave it in the box like this, like we have it now, it's going to be very, very hard to keep it organized. So I'm going to go ahead and just start doing this. And then these I'm going to go ahead and just double up with a box behind. Like that. And then I know that's what the same thing is behind that box on these particular ones. All right. Those are those. All right. This one empty. Now what we're going to do is do a technique that I use a lot in 7 Days to Die. And that is going in and just combining. Right? Combining everything you can combine by just going to each box until everything reaches maximum. Which it kind of is right now. Let's put this away and that away. So it reaches that maximum level. And then, oops, you can go ahead and... store all, yeah. And then you can go in and drop all this in here. I feel like we're definitely going to need another one. And let's just drop the wire in this one. Gonna need another one. And another one. Again, we could have used the big boxes, but those big boxes require a lot of resources. Now, we're going to take some of this and we're going to put it in those boxes in a bit. But right now, this is a much faster way of consolidating all of this stuff together. Otherwise, we're doing a whole bunch of box stuff, which we don't really want to do. We want to take all of the stuff we just used to tear down our entire base, consolidate it in a place where we just come and grab it. Right there, and this is this over here. So we tore our base down, as you do, just to re-optimize it here in a bit. Oh, wrong. This one. That's full. Start backstacking it here. And let's just keep going here. So we're taking it from a whole bunch of boxes down into a lot less boxes. And the raw resources again. Like that's going to have a double box. And this is going to be this. There we go. All this other stuff I'm going to keep on me for just a bit as we keep stacking all this stuff. I'm getting the stuff that has a lot of stuff on it. A lot of raw resources. Get in there. There we go. This is the triple stacked. We got a lot of that, don't we? Holy moly. We got a lot of that. A lot of copper wire. Motors. I'm kind of putting the kind of finished materials here in the front, as you can kind of notice, right? These are all the materials that are finished materials. Raw materials, putting them all back here because I know I'm not going to really use these. All of these raw materials for now. No, just barely fit in there. Which is great. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that. I don't think we have enough room in here for sure. Oh my goodness. Look at all that in there. All right, let's go ahead and start to do it back in this one. There we go. And out of there it goes. All right, tons of various stuff there. That one's already full. This one's full. This is raw. That's full. That's full. Oh, it's not quite full. Now it's full. One back here. Alright, let's sort that. Alright, we got a bunch of random stuff in there. Okay. Consolidate, consolidate, consolidate. Alright, one more of these. Over there. Now we'll start to do this other stuff here. Wire. Consolidate those. Motors at the end. Concrete. Now this is, they call this quartermastering too, what I'm doing right now, where I'm organizing all the stuff. You'll see us do this on, you'll see us do this on 7 Days to Die. Great, fantastic survival game, by the way. If you've not discovered some serious 7 Days to Die, I would pick that one up for sure. Or if you were lucky enough to be one of the 70 people, 70, people that I gave out, you can go check out how much that's worth, that I gave those out to. You can come and join us, because I give away lots of free games up here in the stream. We have lots of fun playing together. Alpha 18 coming out very, very soon, potentially end of the month. Or early September. So we'll play some more then too. I'll get my whole crew in there. We'll get Nitrado to hook us up with our mega server and have some fun. Alright. I feel like we're getting this fairly filled up and looking good. Down here. I feel like we can just go ahead and double this all up here. That's not it. Not it. Nope. Where did I put it? Nowhere? Have I not done that one? There it is. I thought I did that one already. Sometimes it gets like that. A lot of ore. See, and this is what happens in this game. You start to get to a point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I have all these extra resources just laying around, and we're going to burn all of these resources. We're going to get rid of all this stuff so we don't have all this extra resources. Or we just throw it away and just re-get it again. At this point, we have so many nodes that we could just get it again with no problem. But I hate wasting resources. Big time. Alright, let's grab a bunch of this. Consolidate some of this stuff together. Alright, how are we looking? Sort, sort, sort. More of this over here. Or, come on. Sometimes a little finicky. Just holding down control. Oh, yeah. We're getting to a point now where that's getting filled up. Let's see. More. Yep. Fill that one up. Fill this one up. We got some more raw ore. Which one was it? Not that one. Nope. There it is. I'm amazed I remember any of this. I'm doing this. Remember any of this stuff. Put all the black iron stuff together. Not going to be too much of that. Put all the wire together. That's probably going to fill this box eventually. Oops. Fill that box. This one is copper wire. See, this is all a bunch of just kind of wood and leaves and whatnot. I feel like that's going to be kind of like its own thing off to the side. Kind of what I call a random box, right? Where you have all this kind of random stuff that you're really not using right now. Alright. And there's more of that. That's that. That's this. And this is kind of the high level stuff. Let's throw some of that in there and see if we can get away with that. And this we'll throw in here. I mean, I don't need to make a box for every single thing. Obviously, we're going to have a lot of resources. But it just becomes real tedious if you put one thing in a box. I hate putting one thing in a box. I will typically try to consolidate boxes, but not at that level. I feel like if you put one thing in a box, or if you don't multi-up on a box, that you're actually wasting just tons of resources by doing that. So I'll put like food, water, and all that stuff together. Like in 7 Days to Die, I'll combine that all together. I was wondering, have you not unlocked the supercomputer in this gameplay so you can use the P-splitter? Up! Mods, take that out of the thing! Take that out of the thing. I don't know anything about that. Sorry. I don't know anything about that. Don't tell me. But I appreciate you telling me. But don't tell me. If you know what I mean. I appreciate you trying to have my back, but I have not discovered that yet. I'm not that far yet. But thank you. There you go. There you go. And you're like, Kevin, that's not a spoiler. I'm just telling you about the game. Well, that's what a spoiler is, right? You tell me about the game and say, look, this is what you want to do, and that's what you want to do. Maybe I have not discovered that yet, which I haven't. I've never heard that before. And actually, that's one of the things that I talked about in the game, is that it would be awesome if it automatically sorted all your stuff. See? So don't tell me about it. I don't want to know until I discover it as I go through the game. And I have been to the highest tier. But I haven't done everything in the game. I don't like to do everything in the game, or just like look it up on a wiki, or shortcut or cheat or glitch or any of that stuff. I like to learn it the old school way by playing the game. I know, crazy, right? But you actually play the game and you learn as you play. That's the way I like to play. Now again, maybe your game, you can play it however you want. That's all on you. Me, I like to play. Oh, I do have a box for wire there. Hold on a second. Let's pull that out of there for now. I got a box for wire. Let's put it in there, because usually wire is the thing that is just, you can just make so much of it. It becomes overwhelming at some point. You have so much of that. All right, this is my random box. I'm going to pull this out of here. I'm going to keep that in there. What else can I put? Yeah, put this in here with this. There we go. And then more black iron stuff. But I appreciate that, though. Again, I know where you're coming from. You're like, Kismet, I got your back. Let me tell you a little bit about how to do the thing and the stuff and the thing. And I appreciate it, but know that I like to learn as I play. So that's why I call these sessions learn to play sessions, where we're learning to play the game and whatnot from time to time. But if it's a game that I'm going to play a lot of, like this game, right, and you're kind of progressing, right, and you're learning stuff as you progress. I do appreciate it. And you're like, Kismet, oh man, I thought we were done. Oh no, bro, we got a whole nother side full of stuff over here. We got a whole nother side full of stuff. There you go. My mods are awesome. They're always watching that chat. Got my back. Appreciate them watching that chat nice and close. Appreciate it. Doing their thing. That's why I call them the heroes behind the stream. They always got my back. That's why I'm trying to get them to TwitchCon right now. Trying to get them to TwitchCon. Alright, more wire. Yeah, see, now we know where that wire is, don't we? And this, we know we put this over here. Woo, look at all that loot. See, that makes, as a builder, knowing all that I have all that loot just makes me get it. Makes me go, man, I could just build so much stuff with this thing, with all this loot. Again, we tore down the entire base. Now, I feel like at some point, you know, if you learn a better way of doing something, you want to get that going. Get that going. Take the extra time. So instead of having to come back to it later and be more, just have to live with that inefficiency the whole time, I feel like it's better to come back and do a little something, something, which is what we're doing right now. We're doing a little something, something up in here. Fixing her up. Whew, there's a lot of sorting. A lot of sorting, and we're only getting her going. There we go. Oh yeah, we need another box there. We're going to have a lot of concrete. Alright, we're going to put our fuel over here too. In the kind of random box. There we go. Uh-oh. Tons of peeps getting timed out. I don't mess around. My mod's just following my rules that I asked them to follow. Don't blame the mods. Blame yourself for bad choices. They just doing what I asked them to do. Holy mackerel. Look at all this loot in here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, man. This is some sweet loot. Got a whole bunch of more boxes over there. We got lots to do. Of course, this is the drawback of doing this, right? Because you got to spend all this time micromanaging all this loot. But you know what? You managed it at some point. Just doing it again. Sort all this. Yeah, a bunch of plates there. That in there. Plates in there. It doesn't take that long. It's worth the time. Again, we're going to be coming back later. We're going to be burning a lot of this. We don't want to be, you know, guessing where our loot is. Alright. Feel like putting screws in there. Put it in here. There we go. And then all of these. Right there. This is our black iron stuff here. Oops, I forgot to put this in there. Sort that. Alright, we're getting to our little high-end stuff over here. Let's say here's our semi-high-end stuff. This one. Again, I feel like organization is always worth the time, both in real life and in game. Always worth the effort. You're better organized, you're able to do stuff at a whole nother level. Oh boy. It's too empty. Oh yeah. Alright, what's we got a lot of? We got a lot of ore. Now, some of this organization not completely consistent because I'm not all running them forward, all not running doing that. But, again, you're just trying to consolidate. This is a lot of resources to micromanage. And it's going to get overwhelming very, very quick. And then what you're going to do, instead of doing this, taking the time to do this, you're going to be running over there, you're going to be running back over here, running over there, running back over here. I feel it's totally worth it. Totally worth it to get us all prepped and ready for some epic building. Where are we at? This one. Okay, what else we got? Nothing. All right. Let's just go ahead and work on a certain type of item now. Let's take this one out. Let's go ahead and sort this. Let's take that. Oh, take this. Now what we're going to do is just grab it based on what it is. Start with the plates again, just like we did on the other side. Or the bars, sorry. Oof. Lots of good stuff in there. Control, drag, sort. Let's take that out for now. Oh, that was done. Let's take that one Out because it's empty. This one's empty. Oh, not as much as we thought. See some of those coming out of there. No problem. That's always a fun thing to discover, that a couple of those are empty, so we don't have to sort those. All right, don't sort this one. I'll probably just take that one out. That one's empty. Yay! That's going to make it a lot easier. All right. Take all. And then try to jump. See, what you try to do is you try to take all or sort and then try to it consolidate. See how it's consolidated 2 pieces there? Then I'll allow us to put this back in there and take these back out. This back in. Play a little swap game. Organizing all of that. Organizing all of this. Very fun. Put it in there. Oh, perfect. Perfect amount of items there. Now again, we can go right here and try to put it in here, but I have a feeling that this is completely full all the way to the top. Yep. Imagine how much stuff we could just sit here and process ourselves. We make a lot of stuff. But for right now, we're going to go over here. I'm going to fill this up. Store all. Store all. So much resources. All right, take 2. Here we go. Boom. Because these are the things you usually have a lot of, which is plates and bars when you're tearing stuff down. Oops, there's some. Right there. Oh, okay. Again, sometimes that control works and sometimes it doesn't. Is there some in here? No. I feel like nearly every single box is going to have plates of some sort. Oh, there's our boosts in there. Oh, ton of them in there. Oh. Survey says. Wow, that's amazing how close that is. Off by 7. We just did that with plates and just did it again. Oh, people getting banned. Bye. Have a good one. I don't mess around. I don't mess around. You come on my channel, and I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure my mods know. Because they write every single thing down. Which is funny because people come on my channel later, and they're like, Kismet, I got banned for no reason. Oh, really? Hold on. Let me go look it up. Nope. You got banned for a good reason. Have a good one. They try to pull that one over. You know, I don't mind giving people a second chance, but you know what? You go on someone's channel and you act like a jerk, then you know what? Those are your choices. They're all on you, bro. They're all on you. There's no one else to blame but you. That's life. That's life. Dee. And sometimes people get all mad at my mods. They're like, oh, your mod's a jerk, man. They banned me. And I'm like, nope. I would seriously doubt it's my mod's fault. Right? You guys know what I'm talking about in the chat. Seriously doubt it. Man. Try to keep an awesome community in here where you guys can come in, relax, take it easy. Come in, lurky lurk. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button as well. Appreciate it. Feel free to lurk anytime in my channel. Hang out, have a good time. That's what we do up in here. Whew, look at all that sweet loot. We can stack some of this. Stacky stack. There we go. Trying to consolidate some of this. It's a really awesome way of doing this. Just keep running and just consolidate it like that. There you go. And you might even build another one out here. Like this. And then store all that in there. Maybe a couple. Oh, need a little bit more. Oh, I took all the plates and stuff away. I got any of these that are empty? Nope. There's some could be empty. That one's empty. What you want to do is it just consolidated, right? You got it all in one place. Do a little bit of that, right? We consolidate that in there. Now we've gone to every box and consolidated that. So we take this out. Take out. Take out. All right, you just do that to every box. This works fantastically in 7 Days to Die. If you have all the boxes filled, say you have like 10 drop boxes, right? And you run along and you do what I'm doing right now. Take all, take all, take all, and it keeps stacking, stacking, stacking. You can literally go from like 10 boxes down to 2 boxes sometimes, depending on how much your stock, how much of it's the same. Like right here. Like we can do store, store. Now we're doing the opposite, right? We're just storing it down the line there. We're going to... Oh, we don't need to take all because that one's empty. Take all here. Take all. Now we don't have to look in 53 boxes. We're just consolidating it down. You can go through, press store on all of those until you know those are full. Kind of thing. Just kind of cascade your way down the way. Let's see if we can put another one down. Nope. Let's get that. Where did I just put that? Right there and right there. Consolidate. Take all. Take all. All right, now you're like, Kismet, you're just moving it from one box to another. Well, kind of. But we're also consolidating it together, which means that it's all going to eventually end up in fewer boxes. Like that. And now it's in essentially fewer boxes. And let's just go ahead and work on a single thing here. Or we'll just go ahead and work on screws. Because that looks like, that and concrete look like the number one thing in here. So let's work on screws. At least in that box. Frames there, concrete, raw ore, concrete, screws, and more screws. There we go. We'll take our screws and we'll put them over here. Screw you guys, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. There we go. Alright, we're going to need to make another box. That screw in there temporarily. Let's see, where do we want to put screws? Let's put screws on this side. Because we're definitely going to need to make 2 of them now. Right over there. And now we'll get the other ones from over here. Sort that. You're like, Kismet, why are you sorting all this stuff? The reason why I'm sorting all this stuff is I've completely torn down my entire base. That's why I'm doing it. Catching up. Wait, what happened? I'm confused. I saw the message get deleted. What did they say? Well, that was wrong. I don't know. I'm sure it was something. I'm sure it was something. Good vibes, says Dave. Yeah, good vibes. Come on in, man. Relax. Take it easy. We have lots of fun up in here. Now, right now, we're just kind of micromanaging. So nothing super sexy going on right now, except unless you like micromanaging, then it's like, ooh, sexy, right? Like super sexy for you, like me. I find this super sexy, right? This is like, nothing wrong with me loving loot. I love me some loot. What can I say? There's nothing wrong with loving the loot, everybody. There's nothing wrong with that. I just made that up. Pretty funny. I just made that up. That's Kismet trademark. Right there. Where's that concrete go? Boom. Oh, we're definitely going to need some more of them. We're going to need a lot more of them. Boom. Get in there, you. I thought we were going to need at least 2 more of this. Get that one in there. Oh, come on. I'm pressing the button. There we go. We're going to need a lot of that for concrete. Okay, just making sense. Yeah. There's some of that. Let's work on that. Sort. Yeah, let's get the black iron stuff. Here. Some raw ore that we could take care of. And those frames. This one, this one, this one. I feel like we're going to get all this organized. And then maybe have a little time to build, or we might run out of time to build. Might just do this, and then come back and get epic up in here. Just imagine how much stuff you can build with those resources, right? That's a crazy ton of resources. Now, that's not all of it. I got all of these boxes over here are filled with various different resources that I am going to use along the way here, which is going to be awesome. Awesome. Yeah, kind of putting the higher level items up here. Ah, didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make it. What to take out? Let's take these out. Let's sort that. Yeah, I feel like just throw it back here. Again, it's not totally consistent, that organization method. But, you know, I just kind of put stuff by itself based on tier level, which is what I'm doing right now. Okay, do I have a lot of this? Do I have a lot of that? Where can I put this? Where I'm going to kind of remember where it's at. Look at this. Holy moly. That one's done. That's a game over on that one. I feel like we can do that. Hold on. Which one was it? This one. Get that out of there too. We can just grab everything and just micro it. But sometimes, you know, you want to do it this way. Sometimes you want to grab everything. I like to vary what I'm doing in games, so it's not just the same thing over and over again. That is very fun to do that. Where is it? Here. Yeah, this one. I knew that one was going to fill up, so I made this other one over there. And then this one's on this side. Obviously, the screws and whatnot. I've been playing for 2 hours. Thanks for letting me know. Put it right here. There we go. Dee-dee. It's good to get up every few hours or so and take a break. Let's see. Oh, Rathwall did it by accident. I thought you were talking about the other people's comments. I never seen your comment. Be bad. Yeah, you know, sometimes my mods make mistakes too, right? The chat's scrolling and they're trying to click and they make a mistake. It's okay. My mods are awesome. My mods are the best. The bestest. Look at that. Almost done. Almost done. We got any of this in here? A little bit of this. Let's take this. All right. A lot of limestone in there. A lot of limey. It's copper. There's that limestone. Boom. Really? Man, that's a lot of... Oh, there it is. I was like... Could have sworn I'd seen an empty thing there. That's a lot of limestone laying around. That could be concrete right now. Some more in there. Speaking of. Just makes it in there. I always find that wild when it just fits in the box, right? Alright, let's take all this out. Consolidate all this stuff together. Let's really get going. Reconsolidate. Like so. Alright. I always find when you get close to the end of a project, put a 1 in the chat if you have this problem that you feel like just saying, screw it. I'll just throw it wherever. That's the hardest thing you want to resist is, you know what, well, you know, I got just a little bit left. I'm just going to throw it right here. Right? Instead of just finishing the sorting. Sometimes I struggle with that. I'm just like, all right, good enough. Just right at the point I'm at right now. I'm like, sorted good enough, but you want to resist that temptation. Come on, get it all in there. There we go. Definitely want to resist that. I'll come back to bite you later. For sure. Let's see. Black iron. This is computers. Let's put the computers, say, in here. This is raw ore. Let raw ore go right there. More wire. More wire down here. So much loot. Any room in here? We do. Let's put this kind of random stuff in there. This one is going to be that. And this is this. I'm going to see it. I'm amazed I even remember where this stuff is, but the more you sort it, the more you're going to remember where you put this thing and the other thing and the other thing. Put that in there. That screws out now. That in there. Goes here at the end. All right. In the final stages, you guys have been watching all this time. You get to watch the final stages here of this massive sorting of loot. Now, the interesting thing is I have a bunch of other boxes elsewhere that also have big stacks of loot in it. But now, oops. But now, we're going to bring all of our loot over here. So we don't have to run way off over there and leave loot over that way so we can use it. We're going to just bring all of the resources here to our primary base. Which means I'm also going to tear down that other base over there. Tear all that in and just widen this out as far as we can go. And we'll have it all here in different sections where we can utilize it. A centralized base. It's going to be very, very fun. A very, very fun experiment. And I may go, that sucks, I don't like it. And then tear it all down again. Because that's part of the fun. Part of the fun of building your base. Or doing whatever you want to do. It's whatever you. It's your prerogative. Alright. Got plenty of motors, that's for sure. Back here with the black iron. Put it in there. Oof, those are our heavy frames. Put those in there. Let's put all these computers in here. It's kind of tier we're at right now. We're at computers. This was over here somewhere, right here. Look at all that. Look at all that stuff we got now. Very nice. Let's take this out. Put that in. Let's take all these out. Put all of those over here along with this. And our boosts. We got some fuel there. Put our fuel off. Over here out of the way. Consolidate this. Now see, the more you consolidate this, the less boxes it's going to take up, right? You might have it in this box, and that box, and the other box. And before you know it, you got 20 boxes of stuff, and it's half full. I hate when boxes are half full or not consolidated, because then you're just running from box to box going, okay, what's in this box? Or what's in that box? Or what's this next box? Alright, that sucks. That sucks, ors, big time. Alright, last run, everybody. You hung into it. Minecraft does that to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I could definitely see that in Minecraft. Tons of stuff laying around all over the place. What do we got left? This is here. There we go. We tore the whole entire base down, and we resorted it into its appropriate thing so we can find it later. Wow, wow, wow. Now, we could run over there and we could tear that other one down, which I'm kind of tempted to do. Because all we need to do now is we need to run that from over there to over here. But I feel like we should probably leave that so it's making us computers totally autonomously than this side over here. And this side we'll get started making a lot of heavy modular frames. So we need 1,000 computers and we need 1,000 heavy modular frames. Now the real question is, if we go in and we rebuild our space elevator, was the stuff that we put in there, does it keep that? And I think it doesn't, if I remember correctly. I think it doesn't keep that stuff. I think you lose it if you tear down your space elevator. So we'll deal with that later. Deal with that later, and we'll build it up above everything and all of that. So I think that's pretty good right there. I think the other thing that we need to do is we need to build a bunch of these oil refineries so we can make the plastic over there. Let's say 4 of those oil refineries. So we have a whole bunch of resources laying around. So let's get all the stuff we need for building those refineries. Let's go ahead and double what we need here. We need this probably. Take a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's 100 there. Take a block of this, a little bit of that. We need motors, which we know is right here. Let's take double the motors. Let's go ahead and look for our heavy modular frames. We got 5 only. Why does it seem like that's not enough heavy modular frames. That doesn't seem like all the heavy modular frames that we used. But, oh well. Oh well. We're going to need 16 of them. Great place to put a crafting bench right next to a crazy tons of resources. So let's go in. Let's see what we need. All right. So we need some industrial beams. We need some modular craft and all of that. Now you can actually right click on this and say add to to-do list. And it will tell you right over here on the side what you're looking for. So modular frames. Those, we get 50 of those out. And what do we got over here? More modular frames. I feel like I'm going to get a little bit of this out. Don't need computers. Need screws. We got plenty of that. There we go. Case industrial beam. Plenty of that laying around. There we go. Alright, let's make some modular frame. There's 10 and we need 16. So we literally need one more. What are we going to run out of first? I'm feeling like frames is what we're going to run out of first. Which is great, because you're going to run out of something. That's the easiest thing to run out of. You can make tons of frames. Boom. Alright, now we're going to need more of this. Our stuff here. 100 more of that. Alright, I feel like that's good. Let's go ahead and make sure we have a little bit of everything on us here. Though we do have a bunch of resources back there. Plates. A couple plates. A couple bars. Looking solid. What do we don't have? Let's see. We need to do 480. We need those. We need to do this. We got those. We got a little bit of everything there. We need a little bit more of this. Alright. Let's go. Well, actually, instead of tearing everything down, let's go build something. More frames! Exactly. You are a streamer, you always have lots of frames. Haha, there you go. There you go. You gotta get lots of frames. Now, again, we just tore the entire base down. And the funny thing is, we don't even need this base now. We don't even need that base to run the power. Because it's running the power autonomously way over here on the far side. And it is running perpetually. Because it's in a perpetual cycle where it doesn't need coal, it doesn't need us to do biomass. It's using the oil to create fuel, which is then powering the... so it's taking the oil from our oil extractor, running that in, making fuel. Fuel goes into the power then powers the extractor that's extracting the oil, and that cycle just continues endlessly. It doesn't run out of resources that I've seen so far, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they'll add that later. But so far, I've never seen it run out of resources, and I've let it run for a really long time. We'll see. So let's kind of tool our way over here. Very, very fun. And you're like, Kismet, it's floating. I know. I know. I'm the type of guy that will come back. Whoa! Watch that corner. I'm the type of guy that will come back and actually build supports, just because this way it looks correct. But at this stage of the game, we're still building our way up. We'll come back to all of that stuff later. I find doing supports and the underpinnings of stuff to be mostly a waste of time until you actually know what you want first. Same thing like in Fallout 4 or other building games. You want to know that understructure first. Now right over here, it was building tons and tons of computers, but... we are working on some other stuff right now. Oh, look, my power's off. See that? Look, the power is disconnected. I just noticed that. Oh, is it? No. No, it's just full. See, it's yellow, right? Yellow, flashing a yellow means it's just disconnected, but it has enough power. It means that everything is stopped. Everything is full because it doesn't have enough plastic to keep the computers going, which is the whole reason. We're going back here to make some more plastic and keep it going. Now, should have brought my boost. I still didn't bring my boost. I brought them last time, but I forgot them yet again. I should just leave them on this car. And so we want to run around and and get that going. So our plastic is running down the conveyor here. And we're going to be producing so much materials here, especially the high-end materials, the frames, and the computers, that we won't have to worry about it anymore. And we'll move all of this production back over there so we don't have to run 2,000 in this direction all the time. And we might build a train, bring the train out here, but I really feel like in the long run, I'm just going to run a conveyor. Run a conveyor straight back and just let it run. And it'll never stop running because the conveyors don't use power. Vehicles use electricity, and trains use electricity. Or, I mean, vehicles use fuel, and trains use electricity. So if I could just get it, even if the power cut out, it would still run all that stuff down the conveyors. Again, like I said, like random resources laying around. We'll work it all back to our base eventually. But right now, you can see we've got perpetual power going over here, including the fact that it's absolutely stopped because we are producing way more over here than we are using. And we want to go ahead and utilize some of this to make our plastic. So I feel like I'm just going to throw it over here for now. We'll come back and pretty it up or move it all later anyway. So we're going to go ahead and just run it this direction. Or no, we'll just run it this way. We'll just readjust it. Readjust it like so. Take all this out. Like we'll readjust all of this later. I believe this is already run, so we can take that out. I feel like we can move it closer. You can have more random boxes everywhere. See, that's the problem when you're building really far away, that you have to bring the resources over, and then you have all these boxes because you keep getting overfilled in your thing, in your stuff. So you'll end up with all of those. I feel like we want to make this closer. If I'm going to do it on this side, I might as well make it nice and close. So I can just run it in a sequence. You know what? I should start from over here. I should start here first. I love that, like, really heavy sounding thud it does. So cool. All right. And let's just go ahead and do a splitter. We'll come back and... I think we already did this. We already did the overflow system here. Yeah. We already did the overflow there. I forgot. Cool. Splitter. There's somewhere. Over here. Over here. Alright. Let's just do it right here. Let's just do it proper. Let's do it proper. We're going to just put it right on the box. Boom. What do we feel like? I feel like a 3. Let's just rock that 3 out of there. Bam. That's there. This one. Right over here. Just run it down the line. Alright. We're going to split it. We're going to have it go this way. Wow. Nice. I can even walk in between there. Ah, that's perfect. Perfecto. Again, we're not going to worry about the belt speed. We're going to worry about this thing being in the way, though. Oh. Our line down here. Oh, not there. All right, just to there. All right. Oh, it ran just to there. Okay. And then let's get these all filled in. Into there. Just going to run it as fast as it goes. We have a lot of overlap right now. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I like. Look at it go. Super fast. Go, baby. You're like, Kismet, you're not running the fuel in there. No, I'm not looking to run fuel. I'm looking to run these barrels in there. Is this making more barrels than it can produce stuff right now? So we're going to kick this on to plastic. This one to plastic. And how much is it going to produce? 22.5, which is a very weird number for it to produce. It'd be nice if it was 30. But whatever. So literally we're going to go ahead, instead of making 40 of this, roughly, or we're making 60 of this before, we're going to be making 80 of this now, and recombining it together. Right now we're using 270s. We can go ahead and try to get our power on here. So you probably got another one over here. Nope, let's just tie in this one. We'll tie into that one. Let's see. Oh, don't have the right resources on me. And again, that's why you leave resources out here, or otherwise we'll be running all the way back. And the reason why we want to get this going, and we probably should have done this earlier when we first started, but I find it's very, very easy to get sidetracked when you come out here and do this. Oh, I might have had that the wrong way. You can very easy to get sidetracked out here, and then you don't do the hard work over there, which is get everything going. Everything tore down. Trying not to get sidetracked. Get our most important stuff done first. Alright, let's try that. Alright, this is going to come out of here and go into there. That's going to run to here. The heck? They're going the wrong way. Let's try this way. Approaching clearance. I took something out. Maybe. Alright, merger. Oh, yeah, I had to go in the wrong direction. That was my bad. My bad. Okay, when you make a mistake, just admit it and move on with life. I make them all the time. I just move on. Wasn't paying close enough to the direction. I thought I had the direction correct, but I did not. Should have had that green arrow pointing this way. Okay. Now we want to do the power. My favorite new thing that I've learned is to put this thing up here on the top. Super cool. This makes it so much nicer. Put that up on the top. All right. Minecraft levels of physics. Who needs support? Yeah, a lot of games are like that because it's more fun. 7 Days Die is actually not like that. When you build it, if you don't build it right, the whole thing falls down. Yeah, or if one of your supports get knocked out, it falls down, which is also fun if you're into that. I feel like it also can be very, very frustrating for some people. This one doesn't seem like... Oh, it's going. There we go. Get that crude oil in there. Alright, now we're going to fire this back. You know what? I could have sent the other way. What the heck? Why didn't I think of that first? Hold on. better. Now, if I see something that's going to improve it, I will tear it down every single time, over and over again. I'll just keep tearing it down, making it better. I just realized, why didn't I just run it the other way? Because literally the entrance to the thing is right there. Could have ran it this way and then just run it straight up. And that's what we're going to do. So now let's aim it this way. Yay. Much better. Improved. Less line we need to run in the long run. That was my bad. My bad, I didn't see it at first. Now we're going to speed up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go, baby. Fire that loot down the line. Now what's going to happen when that goes all the way down the line there, it's going to fire back up those computers and continue to make those computers down the line, which is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Alright, now we're going to do this again. Get our power all up here. Kind of awkward to do this. Awkward. Boom. Alright, let's give some power back again. Considering this power that we have going here is only running this stuff over here and that stuff over there, it has like crazy tons of power versus what I'm using. Like if we go over and we look at this, look at that. We're using like 300 megawatts and we have 1,500. That's 1,200 megawatts not being used right now because we tore down all the rest of our base. And now this is going to do its thing over here. Ain't nothing I got to do. Set it and forget it, right? That's what we like to do in this game. We like to set it running. It does its own thing. If we need the resources, we come back and grab it. But again, we're going to go over here and we're going to boost this. There's also more oil nodes out there that we can tap in and bring all of this back to our base. But I feel like this should just let this run, so it's building computers for us. And then eventually we'll have so much computers we can just feed it in, get that next level of expansion. And then while we're letting this do computers, we'll go back and we'll build that up. And the main thing it'll be doing is heavy frames. And then we'll work on even more stuff, even higher level stuff. But first, let's attempt to go this way and try not to fall out. I really like that. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I feel like I want to upgrade this whole line. We should do that. Speed this line up. See, how much do we have? Do we have enough to upgrade this? Right now it's a 2. Let's go with the 3. That's a 3. See, now here's a great thing, like if you were hanging out with your buddies, right? Somebody's driving, and the other guy's upgrading as you're going along. That would be super fun. I'd be down for that for sure. Oh. Oh. I feel like we got more than enough. Upgrade all of this. I love that effect. It goes along each time. Is there a trick to that? I've tried in my game. They won't go up there. What won't go up where? Much nicer, and it does make sense to be able to run some sort of power line on top of those things. Can we build some sort of light? I have not seen a light yet. I hope so. I hope they add lights and things like that. Now, again, it may be later game. Don't tell me. I have gotten all the way up to nuclear power, but I actually never built the nuclear power because I decided to start over again. Because I thought we could have done 1,000 times better, and we have done 1,000 times better, and this base is going to be 1,000 times bigger. I'm going to take all the nodes from everywhere, and we tried it remotely, right? At this point, it's good to have your base remotely because it's over there powering itself. Nothing we need to do. Keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. That's already upgraded. That needs to be upgraded. I don't remember where I just upgraded. Get into my base. Into my thing. So we're just upgrading the speed on this as we're going. I'm going to pull ahead a little bit. There we go. Trying to make this one a bit faster because we have a lot of resources that we could crush this big time. That one's already upgraded. Look at it go. Holy moly. Holy to the moly. And some sweet, sweet resources. Oh, excuse me, truck. Now, of course, if I forget one of these, it's going to slow that down. What you should see down here, we should see a nice consistent spacing. See the spacing now is very, very consistent. We see consistent spacing, then we probably did it right. But there's no telling. Unless you go back and check every single one. Whoa. Just about knocked my base off, or knocked my vehicle off the side there. For some reason, you could bump this vehicle. I feel like as the size of your space guy versus this vehicle, I don't think you should be able to bump it like that. But, you know, again, this is early access. I'm sure they'll fix that. All right, we're way down there where we are. Trying to remember where I'm at so I can kind of pull a bit ahead and then upgrade it again as we go. Already got that one. I mean, visually, you can see a difference if you're close enough. But I like the fact that it highlights while you're doing it. Like I'm just going to run down it now a bit. There we go. And we'll get our vehicle. And this is just going to be pumping this down the line like nobody's business. By the way, we've not doubled up on those pure nodes yet. See this over here? We can double that. And then later on, double it again. So we have 4 times what we have right here. Just what we have right here, very easily, 4 times this. 4 times that. That means we can do, instead of just 3 computer things, of course, we'll be at 9, right? And I know that can scale up very easily. And that's what makes this game great, is that you know over time you could just keep getting more and more insane with this game. So I find very, very cool. Almost an unlimited ability to expand in space, because you can also expand vertically, but also almost an unlimited size of your factory. I would imagine at some point it's going to be more of a computer problem, right? That your computer can, you know, process all of the things that are going on at the same time. I'm sure you can build it to such a level that it would be incredibly difficult for your computer to keep going. I have not reached that level yet, but I know I will at some point, because I am a hardcore builder. All right, let's upgrade all of those. There it goes. Now watch this. Watch this as it starts to kick on our machines again. Can't wait. Get in there, bro. Now look, those machines are back on. You can see the green. Way over there. Oh, that's green again. And there it goes. Back to it. Back to making computers. And we have 3 of them here. We're fairly early game here. We're working on that last tier, but I would call this fairly early game. And then this course is going to run all of our computers way back over here. I wonder how many it made while we were busy there, because it did have a bunch of extra plastic. Let's run all the way back over here to our vehicle and see how many it made. It made about 40. Not bad. Not bad. We're running. We had disassembled all of the plastic, so it wasn't able to do it. But now here we go. Now it's coming in groups. And that's just going to keep bringing that plastic down. Set and forget it. Because that's perpetual power over there. There's nothing we need to do. That's all good to go. That'll keep making computers while we're doing something else. See, you want that working while we're doing something over here. We want that making computers while we're over here setting up our giant heavy frames factory. And that's what's going to be all centered around. Now that we've done the low-end stuff. We've upgraded that low-end stuff. We got a bunch of low-end materials. But now we really want to focus on, okay, how can we do this so that it ends up making the most heavy modular frames, so we can pump 1,000 of those into our space elevator and 1,000 of those computers. Because by the time we're done building this base, that's going to have hundreds of them over there, maybe 1,000. We already have a bunch of computers as it is now, maybe 500-600 already. So really only need about 400 more. And then all of this stuff will get moved over into one spot, and we'll start to either train stuff in, or we'll run conveyors. Trains are more fun. We can run multiple trains and whatnot from over here back over there. We're going to fill all this in with concrete slabs here, or concrete foundations. And then just keep on keeping on. Grabbing all the resources, maybe researching some more effective patterns, and shifting our production around based on those more effective patterns. And so on and so forth. All right, I think that's a win. What game is this? Creative Apex. This is called Satisfactory. You missed it. I had a big giant base right here. You know what I did? I tore it down because we could do better. We could do way better. Don't be afraid to tear it down. Start over. I love doing that. So much potential now. So much potential. So let's put this down. Get a little bird's eye view of what we got going on. Right over there, like so. Nice, nice. And we're going to go ahead and call it there. And we'll come back, of course, tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, having more fun. Let's go to my office. Let's go. Oh, wait, we got to save first. Hold on, I almost forgot to save. Woo, let's save. What are we doing? Crush of day 11. Day 11. Boom. Confirm. All right. Let's go. I'm pressing buttons over here. All right, everybody, we're going to get some raid targets queued up. Let's go. Who we got? My mom's right now. We're like, oh, my God. He's stopping. I thought he was going to go for like another 57 hours. Let's see who we got. Boom. Oh, we already got him before. Not streaming. Who we got? Ha ha, great name. I think she can. I think she can break 200 followers. I think we can make that happen. How many she got right now? 194. All right, everybody. You want to help somebody reach an achievement here today? Reach that 200 followers? I remember when I got 200 followers back in the day. I love to help other peeps reach those goals. I love them to get that affiliate. I've helped lots of people get affiliate. I've helped lots of people get started here on Twitch. I love to help smaller streamers. I think the smaller streamers band together and help each other out. And of course, I don't mind, getting some friends of mine who might have went on to be a bigger streamer. But I feel like my kind of mission is to help out the little guy. Help out the little guy or a little lady. Help out who we can, when we can, especially when they're trying to hit those milestones along the way. So what I need you to do is go ahead and grab this right here. Kismet Love Train, sharing the love. You need to copy and pasta that right in my chat. The more people put in my chat, the more kiss caps you're going to get right now while I'm queuing up this raid. Of course, you're going to later on, you're going to regret it because you'll be like, oh man, if I only had some more kiss caps, I could win all that epic loot in Kismet's stream. And then I want you to go ahead and take that, and I want you to throw it in her stream. We're going to throw it in her chat. We're going to say Kismet Love Train. We're going to show that love. And then, of course, to see if we can make her smile and hit that follow button while you're there and hang around for a while. Give her a little bit of love. Her name is Kamikaze Elmo, which I think is awesome with a O like a 0. which is pretty awesome. She has 194 followers, and she needs 6 more. Maybe you could be her 200th follower. You never know. You never know. So we're going to go over there. We're going to show her some love. Again, right now, she has 194 followers. She has 7 people in her channel. She's about to have a whole lot more, thanks to all of you. So let's go ahead and get that going on, everybody. Let's get on the Kismet love train. One of my favorite things to do is take that love that you've given me here in the stream, amplify it, and we send it out across Twitch. Let's go. Let's get her going. Bam. Get that raid started up. So you have about another 10, 15 seconds to get that going. I cannot raid my own channel. I wasn't trying to raid my own channel, but thank you, Twitch. Let me just try that again. Why would I raid my own channel? I don't get it. Night, lovely Luffy. Come back again. You may can join us for some 76 later Saturday or Sunday night. We'll be having some more 76 fun, launching some nukes, getting everybody some epic loot. As well as doing some more Satisfactory. We're going to rebuild that entire base. We're going to readjust all of our resources, send them into a nice central hub, and then boom, create giant amount of factory stuff. All right, it's going to be super fun. And I will see you all next time, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Good night, I love you.
Gets me every time. I really do, everybody. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. See you tonight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey everybody, Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.